Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, The Rise of All People, Opening SSS-Level Talent. Chapter 81. When Li Chengfang arrived home, the living room was lit with incandescent lights. That beautiful and moving familiar figure stood in the living room. She stared at him. A charming smile gradually bloomed on Qingguo Qingcheng's face. Li Chengfang was overjoyed and couldn't help but laugh. The two of them almost spoke in unison, authentically. "You're back." After being together for more than 2 months, suddenly separated for a few days. Not used to each other. Xu Fuyao thought about him 1,000 times in his heart. Li Chengfang lived a full life every day, but at least read her dozens of times. The reunion after a few days is extraordinarily warm and joyful. If you don't have a drink, I'm sorry for the 2 bright moons in the sky. Li Chengfang quickly bought a barbecue grill for 500 yuan in the mall. On the balcony in the sky where I spend my time. Hundreds more grilled kebabs, vegetables and seasonings. This amount of money is already a small amount of money for him who earns hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. Fire up in a few minutes. Shopping in the Holy Station system is so convenient, you can buy it whenever you want. 2 people sitting by the barbecue grill, while drinking small wine and eating skewers. Talk about what happened in the past few days. Night breeze. The familiar fragrance of Xu Fuyao floated over. Li Chengfang felt inexplicably relieved. I couldn't help but think of every time I hugged her from behind to practice. Cultivation tonight. Xu Fuyao blushed invisibly in the dim light. Good guy. As soon as I came back, I talked about cultivation. You want to hug yourself. But embarrassed to say it. It's very late, let's practice tomorrow. Li Chengfang just remembered and teased her. He fought for a day today, and naturally he didn't want to be exhausted. In the end, Xu Fuyao fell asleep in the reclining chair while slightly drunk. Li Chengfang took her back to the room. Cover the quilt and go to sleep. With her at home, I feel more at ease sleeping. But in the chat just now, Xu Fuyao mentioned that the 8 swordsmen of Wangshen Mountain, which her parents joined, had a talented son. I've been chasing after her these days. Li Chengfang would not let her go alone next time anyway. Of course, Li Chengfang's relationship with women is not bad these days. I don't know how many beautiful junior sisters have been added. But he always had Xu Fuyao in mind. In the days that followed, Li Chengfang won 2 arena single row games in a row every day. At the same time, I also took time to practice drawing the sword and silent slash. A week later, the solo queue reached 78 consecutive victories. With the blessing of high martial arts progress, Golden Boy 6 Swords, and Small Trembling Swordsmanship, have improved the basic chapters and the first chapters of stunts. Among them, Li Chengfang's most used, Sword Chi Trembling, has risen to level 6. Reach the pinnacle, reach the top and create new limits. Proficiency 105%. At this level, Li Chengfang can make this move faster. And the power of the moves is stronger, and the vibration frequency is more accurate. And the proficiency of drawing sword and silent slash has also risen to level 2. Gradually, it can be used in actual combat against masters. New week. Sign in. Ding. Sign in was successful this week. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Choose one of 4 rewards. Close black lens bracket. Reward 1. The speed of internal strength improvement is increased by 500%. Close black lens bracket. Reward 2. The speed of martial skill progress is increased by 500%. Close black lens bracket. Reward 3. Mystery challenge explosion rate is increased by 500%. Close black lens bracket. Reward 4. Randomly reward a martial art, the quality is not guaranteed. Close black lens bracket. Li Chengfang continued to choose reward 2, trying to train SS-level martial arts to the highest level as soon as possible. In this way, it can also play a great role in actual combat. His drawing sword and silent slash has been practiced quite well. Can be used in low-end battles. It's also time to complete the 10 instant kills quest in Slaying the God with One Sword. The mission requires to kill the opponent within 10 of the start of the battle. And the opponent's equipment and level are not lower than their own. To this end, Li Chengfang and Mu Xiaobai formed a new 2-person team. Start double row with low-tiered opponents. Match settings. Opponent species. Terran. Opponent level. Level 15. Opponent nationality, unlimited. Opponents, unlimited. Opponent gender, unlimited. Opponent ID, unlimited. Opponent equipment, normal. Arena, no water. Soon, match to the opponent. The two entered the arena. Mu Xiaobai followed Li Chengfeng's instructions. Stand at the back. The opponents are a long gunner and a double swordsman. I'm Deng from Yuzhou Musketeer. No name soldiers, don't have to declare their families, come and die. Li Chengfeng interrupted. He did not insult them casually. Katakana middle dot katakana middle dot katakana middle dot katakana middle dot seeking flowers katakana middle dot. It's just that he needs to provoke each other. Let the opponent attack as soon as possible after the battle. Damn, don't underestimate someone. Brother Dang, let's go up and give him some color. As soon as the battle started, the two rushed towards Li Chengfeng. Li Chengfeng held the scabbard with his left hand at his waist, holding the handle of the knife in the right hand. Left knee bent, ready to go, all parts of the body began to condense Qi-Chong with a special structure. The two of them were slightly startled when they saw that his posture was unusual, but still attacked. The two swordsmen first sent two swords. Mu Xiaobai used his sword to block Li Chengfeng. The two ran to Li Chengfeng. A long spear stabbed Li Chengfeng between the eyebrows. A pair of knives slashed Li Chengfeng's neck. The ultimate move approached quickly. Li Chengfeng did not dodge or evade, and remained motionless. Seeing that the tip of the gun is close at hand, the two secretly rejoiced, wondering if this guy had a temporary stomach ache. Half squatting on the ground to be killed. Suddenly, Li Chengfeng moved, flashed, knife light flickered. A gigantic black sword that was 10 feet long slanted through the two of them very quickly. Mu Xiaobai was shocked. What a strong and fast Dao Qi. Didn't senior brother Chengfeng use a sword? Li Chengfeng's front lunge stopped in the middle of a body behind the two. Long knife pointed obliquely. The two collapsed. Ding. The 10 instant kill missions have been completed twice. Close black lens bracket. Li Chengfeng put the knife away and looked back. The pikeman broke in two at the waist. The double swordsman was broken in two from the shoulder. Cannot help but be surprised. Is this the power of drawing sword and silent slash? Directly kill two people of the same level with the same equipment in one face. It really is to be wiped out by drawing a knife. As expected of SS-level martial arts, domineering. Mu Xiaobai, who was not far away, looked dumbfounded. I just thought it was just a sword. Unexpectedly, it was a shot that killed two people directly. This moment, she saw Li Chengfeng's tall and handsome figure. The experience is not pleasing to the eye, but endless horror. The strength of this man is terrifying. Fortunately, he is his teammate. It would be too miserable to be his enemy. The next few matches, Li Chengfeng followed suit. The task of 10 instant kills was quickly completed. Ding. 10 instant kill missions completed. Close black lens bracket. Get the reward. Slaying the god with a sword. Stunt medium chapter. Close black lens bracket. Li Chengfeng Yishi. Can't help but get excited. The first part of the stunt of killing the gods with one sword is so powerful. I don't know how domineering and powerful the middle part is. Quickly call out to check. However, the result was a little different from what he thought. The stunt novel has two stunts, but it is obviously not as domineering and unparalleled as the sword and silence cut. The two tricks of the stunt of killing the gods with a single sword are: kill god with a knife, kill god with a slash. Obviously it's a cut, and it's divided horizontally and vertically. Do you want to have a slashing? But Li Chengfeng took a closer look. It is found that although the names of these two tricks are simple, 563, however, the power of which is not simple at all. It is definitely not weaker than the existence of drawing a sword and annihilation. It's worth studying and practicing. Ding. Trigger the follow-up mission of the knife technique. Close black lens bracket. Increase the proficiency of the stunt front and middle chapter of Killing God with a Sword to an unprecedented level. Close black lens bracket. The task reward, Slaying the God with a Sword, stunt second part. Close black lens bracket. Another week passed. Li Chengfeng's martial skills have been perfected, all of which have been slightly improved. The 3 stunts of Killing God with one sword have been greatly improved. Among them, drawing sword and silent slash can be used in actual combat with masters. Rapid progress has been achieved. Proficiency level 4. In addition, the use of slaying gods horizontal slash and slaying gods vertical slash are not restricted by drawing swords. Unlike the sword drawing slash, the sword needs to be inserted into the scabbard. It can be used at any time, but it is very energy consuming. The progress is also quite rapid, and the proficiency has risen to the 2nd level. As the matching opponent becomes stronger, Li Chengfeng only had 10 solo queue wins this week. The current 88-game winning streak is only 12 games away from the 100-game winning streak. In just 3 weeks, Li Chengfeng completed the 3-month dual task that Perry had planned for him. Excessive overspeeding done. 5 supports, watching him approach a 100-game winning streak day by day, are very happy. After all, only Li Chengfeng has won 100 consecutive victories. They have completed the task. Only the permanent 10 status points. But I can't eat hot tofu in a hurry. Everyone advised him that the battle arrangements in the future must not be too tight. Knowing that Li Chengfeng has won 88 consecutive victories, Xiao Wanjian and Zhang Gan also attached great importance to follow Li Chengfeng's record every day. It's a new week, you can sign in. Sign in. Ding. Sign in was successful this week. Close black lens bracket. Obtaining buff rewards. The speed of martial arts progress is increased by 500%, and the target, the team I belong to. Close black lens bracket. Li Chengfeng was a little surprised. I thought this week was another optional reward. But it is specified. Martial skills improvement is what he needs. However, the scope of this effect is larger. The buff can cover members of your own team. A team can be up to 5 people. That is, an additional 4 people can enjoy his buff bonus. Do you want others to enjoy it? Who will enjoy it? If a good thing like buff can be shared, Li Chengfeng is still willing to share it with people who he thinks are more important. Xu Fuyao has been very sensible recently, knowing that Li Chengfeng is striving for 100 consecutive victories every day. He took the initiative to wash the dirty clothes and socks for Li Chengfeng. Li Chengfeng does not need to worry about all the housework at home. Li Chengfeng often has meals as soon as he gets home. Just don't worry too much. She is kind to Li Chengfeng, and Li Chengfeng is also willing to be kind to her. So she must be pulled into the team to enjoy the buff. As for other acquaintances, Xiao Yudi, that girl. Every time Li Chengfeng sees her, she just wants to squeeze her cheek. The sisters Mu Xiaobai and Mu Zhaoqing are quite well behaved. Basically, what does Li Chengfeng need? The sisters are always on call. Go to the holy station arena every day, 2 people serving tea, pouring water, setting chairs. Very attentive and dedicated to assisting him. But in Li Chengfeng's view, it's still mostly work. The 2 were his friends at work. Not too much friendship. Not to pull them in to enjoy this precious buff. Others are just colleagues to Li Chengfeng. Not to let them enjoy this buff for no reason. In the end, only Xu Fuyao was invited to form a team. Xu Fuyao, do you want to play dungeon? Or double row? Li Chengfeng, it is convenient to form a team to check your status at any time. This week, you can also play in the single row of the arena. 20 consecutive victories will have excellent achievements. Xu Fuyao, well, these days there has been no actual combat even with swordsmanship. With Li Chengfeng's buff blessing, this week, Xu Fuyao's Jade Girl 6 Swords has improved a lot. The basic proficiency of the original level 4 has been raised to the perfect level 5. Pure Fire. The first part of the stunt has also been raised from the 2nd level to the 5th level. 95% proficiency, almost perfect. And Li Chengfeng. Drawing Sword and Silent Slash reach the perfect 5th level proficiency. This trick is practiced to perfection. You can directly use the sword to use it. It's just that the overall power of drawing the sword and quieting slash will be 10% weaker than that of drawing the sword and quieting slash. But you don't need to change weapons, it saves trouble. Without pursuing the ultimate power, Li Chengfeng still chooses to use a sword. In the end, his basic swordsmanship moves reach the pinnacle. Knife basics, no. Slaying the god with a slash across the board practice until the end. Killing gods vertical slash also practiced to the end. After so many weeks of frequent use, his micro shaking sword technique, basics and preliminary skills Reached new heights. 6th grade. Golden Boy 6 swords, because it is a single battle. It is used less, and only the basics are upgraded to level 6. As for Li Chengfeng's single row record, the winning streak has reached 97 games. Only the last 3 games are left to win a 100-game winning streak. The epic 1.3 achievement is only 3 steps away. Over the years, the Happy Pie. This is the first time the whole faction's second epic achievement has come this close. The attention of all the top executives of the faction is focused on Li Chengfeng. This disciple who has only been introduced for 2 months has surprised them time and time again. Now a big surprise is brewing. Everyone is looking forward to it. According to the laws of the Qin state, over 100 years old. Not in power, not in office. The Xiaoyao faction has an old leader who has abdicated for 5 generations. These 100-year-old old people usually go deep and simple. Rarely intervene in the affairs of the party. But this time they are all out collectively. To summon Li Chengfeng, the pagoda of the free and easy sect. A tower with a height of 338 meters. The tallest building in the happy sect. Standing on the top of the tower, you can have a panoramic view of the entire Xiaoyao faction. Xiao Wanjian led Li Chengfeng to take the elevator here. Li Chengfeng glanced at it, and there were 5 Heffa old people in the attic. There is a round table in the middle of the attic in front of you. An old woman sat at the table, with a piece of cake in his mouth. His eyes stared at the palm-sized mobile phone screen in his hand. Thumb taps quickly on the screen. It seems to be playing a game. There is a slightly fat old man on the right, sitting by the railing with a cage in hand. Keep whistling, teasing a little dragon in the cage. There is one on the left, toes on the railing. An ancient-style brocade robe rustled in the strong wind. Behind the middle old woman, 2 people are drawing oil paintings on the drawing board. The 5 enjoy their own way, immersed in their own hobbies. Did not notice the arrival of the 2. Li Chengfeng took a closer look and saw someone who had lived for hundreds of years for the first time. Head Xiao said that he would bring him to meet the 5 honorary heads of the past dynasties. That's it for these 5 people. Xiao Wanjian coughed dryly, clasped his fists and said. Cough, Xiao Wanjian has met the honorary head of the past dynasties. 5. Only then did the 5 stop what they were doing and looked over. After seeing Li Chengfeng, everyone looked at Li Chengfeng with a solemn expression. Li Chengfeng also looked at them. After the former head abdicates, he is called the honorary head. This includes the first-generation head who created the Xiaoyao school. 24 is now over 500 years old. After a person is transformed, the fixed life expectancy given by the holy station is 1 million hours. Life is up, either die or spend money to buy life. 100,010,000 hours, which is 1 year of Jupiter. As long as you have money, you can live for tens of thousands of years. The premise is to be able to earn 100 million a year. These generations of heads of the Xiaoyao faction. No matter if you can earn 100 million a year or not. Just for them to be the head, the Xiaoyao faction has to spend 100 million a year to keep them alive. After all, they are the most powerful fighting force of the Xiaoyao faction. In this world of the weak, their existence is the foundation for the stable development of the Xiaoyao faction. Xiao Wanjian pointed at the old man in brocade on the railing and introduced. This is the first-generation head Xiao Yaozi. Li Chengfeng folded his fists and bowed to him. Disciple Li Chengfeng see the first-generation head. Xiao Yaozi responded. Then Xiao Wanjian introduced them one by one. Li Chengfeng checked them one by one. The first-generation head Xiao Yaozi, level 78. The second-generation leader Wan Chengkong, level 69. He Kui, the head of the third generation, is level 68. The fourth-generation head Xiao Bin, level 64. Wu Zhanfeng, the head of the 5 dynasties, is level 62. More than 500 years old, level 78, it can be seen that the later the level is, the more difficult it is to improve. Xiao Yaozi stroked the snow-white long beard. I heard that you just came from Blue Star not long ago. Yes, I've been here for about 2 months. What do you do on Blue Star? I'm a college student, but I'm also a provincial sports team, and I'm a table tennis player. It turned out to be an athlete, and it seems that he has a very good athletic talent. It is no wonder that he has emerged so quickly. Xiao Yaozi nodded slowly, and said leisurely. Actually, I also came from Blue Star. Only 500 years earlier than you. At Blue Star I am a cook in a small restaurant. I never thought that I would still be alive in 500 years. And also created such a big sect. Li Chengfeng is a little surprised. The local Blue Star people, this is very rare. Your cooking skills must be superb, and the food I send is really delicious. Xiao Yaozi smiled and said. Haha, it's okay too. Although this world is cruel. But it also gives us infinite possibilities. I can see that your talent is better than mine. If you work hard, you will have a bright future. Quote. Xiao Wanjian pinched Li Chengfeng's shoulder and said with approval. Junior brother Li works very hard. Others fight a competitive duel for 2 or 3 days. He played 2 or 3 games a day, and he had a full schedule every day. When I was his age, I was thinking about picking up girls all day long. Everyone laughed. Wan Chengkong then asked, it is said that your competitive winning streak has reached 97 games. Yes, the second generation head. Seeing that Li Chengfeng has won 97 consecutive victories at this age. Several generations of leaders are somewhat ashamed. Wan Chengkong Zenkin nodded his head. Very good. The reason why my Xiaoyao sect was able to enter the world's top 500 sects. Mostly relying on the profound internal strength of the first generation head and Wan Jian. As well as Mapai household name cooking. In terms of achievements, it is far from the other top 500 sects. Not even as good as some sects outside the top 500. If you can add another epic achievement to my pie, it couldn't be better. Quote, it is true that the Happy Pie is well known for business reasons. As far as achievements are concerned, there is only one epic achievement for the Xiaoyao sect. It is indeed a bit shabby in the world's top 500 martial arts. Li Chengfeng expressed his attitude. The disciple must do his best to live up to expectations. Xiao Yaozi released a vial of elixir from the bracelet. Wan Jian said that you are excellent in martial arts, and we have nothing to teach you. Here are 3 magic pills that can help you perform better in competition. Quote. Li Chengfeng was slightly startled and took the medicine pill. There are some medicinal herbs that can temporarily increase the blessing of internal strength. But the improvement is very difficult and limited. And it's very expensive, and ordinary people can't afford it. Dolly pill can increase the strength attribute of inner strength blessing by 5%. The market price is around 10,000 yuan. It is only eaten during important battles. Shengli pill can increase the blessing of internal strength attributes by 10%. A value of 50,000 yuan. It is only eaten during very important battles. Shanli pill can increase the blessing of internal strength attributes by 15%. A value of 500,000 yuan. It is only eaten during extremely important battles. And Shanli pill is the highest specification blessing pill. An additional 20% internal strength attribute can be increased. A value of up to 1 million yuan. Consume only in life or death battles. Xiao Yaozi directly gave Li Chengfeng 3 supernatural power pills of the highest specification. It was enough to see that he attached great importance to the duel that followed. Wan Chengkong also released a small bottle and gave it to Li Chengfeng. I have 3 speed pills here. Thank you for the second generation. Li Chengfeng continued. The same is to increase the speed by 20%. 1 million yuan a magic pill. He Kui, the head of the third generation, also gave him a bottle. I have 3 spirit pills here. Li Chengfeng went on to thank again. This is 9 million pills. As expected of the 3 honorable heads, they are generous enough. 3 million to give. The head of the 4th generation, Xiao Bin, released a card from the bracelet. It just so happens that I have a level 15 weapon here, I'll lend it to you. Borrow. Li Chengfeng ashamed. These 4 generations of heads are so stubborn. You are level 64, a level 15 weapon. Shouldn't you reward yourself? But Li Chengfeng looked at the card carefully. I know why I borrowed it. Purple letters on the card. Human rank katakana middle dot epic, desire sword. This is an epic quality weapon. After the equipment quality reaches epic, the quality class is divided into 3 levels of heaven, earth and human. Instead of star rating like boutique and superb. Although the human order is the lowest order of epics. But this level 15 sword, its value is billions of dollars. No wonder the head of the 4th generation said to borrow. This sword is too valuable, and it is really painful to reward it. Wu Zhanfang, the head of the 5 dynasties, rubbed his hands and said, "They have given you everything that should be given, and I have nothing to give you, so I wish you good luck." 66. Li Chengfang was speechless. "Do you have such a boss?" Everyone gave it. "Do you mean more or less? If you don't have anything, let's have a red envelope for meeting." "Good luck, hehe. This is really not worth the money." Xiao Wanjian patted Wu Zhanfang on the shoulder and encouraged him with a smile. "Brother Wu, are you embarrassed that people have come all the way to see you?" "Great." Li Chengfang secretly gave Xiao Wanjian a thumbs up. The other 4 looked up and laughed. Tisk. Wu Zhanfang scratched his head embarrassedly. "I have nothing good here, let me see." Searched for a while. Finally, a card glowing red was released. "Take it to Li Chengfang. I'll give you this, although the quality is not particularly good, it may save your life at a critical moment. Thank you for the 5 generations of sect leaders." Li Chengfang thanked and continued. On the card is written in large red letters. Boutique 1 star, Zhenjin Thread Shield. It is a shield that can resist attacks. This thing is very defensive. The value is comparable to a complete set of Boutique 1 star battle armor. After descending from Yintian Tower, Li Chengfang was satisfied. The 5 honorary heads were not in vain, and each of them gave him good things. Those medicinal herbs can be saved if they meet weak opponents. After resale, it is millions of cash. Of course, the most important thing at the moment is to win the next 3 duels. If necessary, Li Chengfang will still eat 3 divine pills without hesitation. In the elevator, Xiao Wanjian instructed, "Don't rush to the arena these 2 days. I have arranged for Zhang Gan to find a set of human-level epic battle armor for you to use." Now is the most critical moment for Li Chengfang to achieve epic achievements. The sect also spared no expense to provide him with the greatest support. "Good," Li Chengfang responded. "Epic quality gear is quite expensive and extremely rare. It's not something you can buy casually in the system mall. Few people sell such expensive equipment in the system mall. After all, the price has reached this level. 5% of transaction fees are tens of millions. Wouldn't it be better to save? Equipment of this quality is run by specialized schools or large families. All are offline sales or auctions. Sign in." Ding. Sign in was successful this week. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, choose one of 4 rewards. Close black lens bracket. Reward 1. The speed of internal strength improvement is increased by 500%. Close black lens bracket. Reward 2. The speed of martial skill progress is increased by 500%. Close black lens bracket. Reward 3. Randomly reward a martial art, the quality is not guaranteed. Close black lens bracket. Reward 4. Randomly reward a piece of equipment, the quality is not guaranteed. Close black lens bracket. Li Chengfang was a little surprised. There is a new option this week. Reward equipment. Although the introduction says that the quality is not guaranteed. But every random thing that comes out is good stuff. Li Chengfang chose a new option without hesitation. Reward 4. Equipment is being randomly selected. The reward is a top-grade 15-level weapon, a 3-point return to the Yuan-Chi cannon, which has been included in the storage space of the bracelet. Close black lens bracket. Top grade. Li Chengfang also thought that there would be superb or epic. It seems that this time it is a pit. The introduction is really true, and the quality is really not guaranteed. Could it be that this sign-in system knew that it had blown a 3-point return to Yuan-Chi cannon? So get yourself one. However, the 3-point Gui Yuan-Chi cannon is dropped from a level 10 dungeon. Normally it's level 10 gear. This Chi cannon has reached level 15 in all aspects. It's not bad, can be used as a secondary offhand weapon. With the last lesson, this time, Li Chengfang didn't dare to give the Qipao a star spar that exceeded the grade. On a 15-star speed spar, the flying speed of the Qi bullet is plus 200 meters per second. In addition, a 15-star flame spar is added. The temperature of the Qi bomb can be plus 2000 degrees Celsius. High-temperature Qi bombs, the natural lethality has increased. This kind of temperature bullet hits the combustible material and can ignite directly. Li Chengfang just installed the spar of the Qipao. Suddenly a man's voice was heard. "I am moved by the heavens and the earth, why can't I move you?" The voice came from downstairs. And it is also a sound transmission of internal power. So loud that every word is forced into the ear. Isn't this a nuisance? Li Chengfeng came to his balcony garden and looked down. I saw a few big characters with red flowers on the downstairs of the apartment. Junior sister Fuyao, heart. You, scare. It was for Shu Fuyao to confess. Li Chengfeng took a closer look. The singer was a young man dressed in a luxury brand. I have a little impression, I seem to have seen it, but I can't remember who it is. Shu Fuyao, who was wearing a mask, also ran to the balcony to watch. The people downstairs finished singing and began to shout. Shu Fuyao, I like you, can you be my woman? Li Chengfeng is angry. If you ran downstairs to your own house and disturbed the people, forget about it. And make a big fanfare to let the girl you like be your woman. Did you take yourself seriously? Li Chengfeng frowned. Following you, isn't it? There are so many people chasing me lately. Shu Fuyao said proudly. I picked Li Chengfeng's straight eyebrows. As if to say that so many people are chasing me. You don't act quickly. Li Chengfeng is very upset. But he is Shu Fuyao's good friend. Not a boyfriend, naturally I have no identity to refuse for her. Said. You let him go. Shu Fuyao reluctantly spreads her hands. I can't call him, he is a senior brother, I am a junior sister, I don't have that status. You know him. I know, Zhang Shuo, he is from your glory department. Since we achieved the outstanding achievement of the Brave World Association, he has started chasing me. You didn't reject him. Shu Fuyao saw that his face was not happy. Somehow inexplicably happy. Rejected many times, but it doesn't work. What a shame. Shit, I'll send him off. Li Chengfeng went downstairs wearing slippers. Shu Fuyao wiped her face and followed him. Two people came out of the building. When Zhang Shuo saw Shu Fuyao, he immediately ran up with a handful of flowers from his companion. Junior sister Fuyao, you are finally willing to see me. Li Chengfeng took a step laterally and stopped between the two. Zhang Shuo, right. Zhang Shuo had a smile on his face. It's me, Li Chengfeng, long time no see. Come on, don't block me and confess to junior sister Fuyao. Li Chengfeng sternly. Who allowed you to confess to her? Who allowed you to chase after her? Zhang Shuo also saw that Li Chengfeng's face was not very good looking. Obviously looking for trouble. Then his face turned cold, and he said. What, do I need to get approval for my confession to junior sister Fuyao? Shu Fuyao was silent, and the deer were pounding in his heart. Looking forward to Li Chengfeng's next words and deeds. Curious what he would say. Would you say that you are his girlfriend? Or a sweetheart? What to do? So excited. She's by my side. Did you chase after her and ask me? Li Chengfeng's stern face, eyes full of anger. Who does not know that he is close to Shu Fuyao? Openly ran downstairs to confess. Isn't that contempt for his existence? Shu Fuyao was taken aback. People around you. It's a little different from what I imagined. Zhang Shuo smiled without a smile. His eyes were coldly confronting Li Chengfeng. Obviously, Li Chengfeng didn't take it seriously. Take a step forward and walk to Li Chengfeng. He sprayed a sentence on his face close at hand. Hee, do you think I haven't investigated it? Junior sister Fuyao is single, I chase her, it's none of your business. The two companions who followed Zhang Shuo couldn't stand it any longer. One of the tall, thin, purple-haired guys instructed from the side. Li Chengfeng, don't get out of the way quickly, don't delay brother Zhang's confession ceremony. Another chunky black man followed. That's right, hurry up, it's 13 hours 14 minutes and 52 seconds. 0 seconds, and there are less than 3 minutes left. Li Chengfeng chuckled lightly. What else do people who have been rejected say anything? Don't be so shameless and shameful. Zhang Shuo's companion and junior brother shouted. Bold Li Chengfeng, how dare you disrespect brother Zhang? Li Chengwind. 9. Zhang Shuo gritted his teeth coldly. I think you belong to our glory department, so I'll show you some shame. Li Wanghao, don't be ashamed of your face. Li Chengfeng just found it funny. What are you that gives me face? The purple-haired boy curled his lips contemptuously and said. Li Chengfeng, take a good look. The necklace worn by brother Zhang's neck. A golden bead is a remarkable achievement. A blue bead is an excellent achievement. A silver bead is a common achievement. How many achievements can you count? There is indeed a necklace hanging around Zhang Shuo's neck. There are many round beads of gold, blue and silver on it. And each one is engraved with a small grave. Good guy. Xu Fuyao is ashamed. It seems that this is what Ding Cheng said. A little achievement hangs around the neck. The kind of person who I wish the whole world would know about. Li Chengfeng shook his head speechlessly. I've never seen it so pretentious. Achievement into a necklace hanging around the neck. The purple-haired guy thought he couldn't count, and then said. If you can't count, I'll tell you. Brother Zhang is a super genius with 5 outstanding achievements. Don't think it's great that you have 2 or 3 outstanding achievements. In front of senior brother Zhang, you're not a fart. Zhang Shuo straightened his shirt and straightened his chest. Straightened the necklace around the neck. The corners of his mouth raised slightly, and he was very satisfied with the performance of the 2 younger brothers. Finally, the identity token is released and shown to Li Chengfeng. Now, this senior brother orders you, immediately, get out of my way. The identity token reads, Zhang Shuo 425. It is indeed a lot higher than Li Chengfeng 200 status score. However, is Li Chengfeng the kind of person who is randomly ordered by a few numbers? No, Li Chengfeng stood with arms folded and looked at Zhang Shuo proudly. There is no intention of giving in at all. Even if the opponent is level 20, Li Chengfeng is not afraid at all. At this time, it was already full of spectators. Zhang Shuo was singing and shouting just now. People within a radius of 500 meters were all attracted. Downstairs surrounded the circle, and upstairs also probed out a lot of heads to watch the fun. Senior brother Chengfeng is so arrogant, yet he doesn't care about senior brother Zhang. He's in the limelight with 3 outstanding achievements recently. Then you can't forcefully challenge your senior brother. In our Xiaoyao faction, if you have more status, you will be your father. Not to mention, if you have more senior brother Zhang, he is almost 200% higher. Maybe senior brother Chengfeng has just come, and he has never suffered from disobeying senior brother's orders. The faction enforcement department is no joke. With Li Chengfeng's good looks, after the Xiaoyao faction appeared twice, many young disciples admired him. Someone upstairs shouted, Senior brother Chengfeng, let him take a step back and open the sky. Zhang Shuo glanced upstairs, and the people upstairs were so frightened that they shrank their heads back, for fear that Zhang Shuo mistakenly thought that they were shouting. See Li Chengfeng completely indifferent after seeing his token. Zhang Shuo was surprised. You dare to disobey my orders? The purple-haired boy reminded fiercely. Li Chengfeng, you have committed the following crimes. Don't blame me for not reminding you, according to the rules of the party. As a junior brother, you must obey your senior brother's orders. Otherwise, the punishment will be severe. Get out of the way, otherwise, we will notify the dispatching department. Quote. The black fat man said urgently. No, brother Zhang, there are less than 20 seconds left until the best confession time at 13 hours 14 minutes and 52 seconds. 0. Zhang Shuo was also anxious, and waved his finger to the side. Li Chengfeng, get out of the way for me quickly. If you ruin the good deeds of this senior brother, don't blame my men for being merciless. 3.2. It looks like it's about to start. Xu Fuyao, who was watching Li Chengfeng's performance on the side, didn't want him to fight with the brothers in parry because of himself. Besides, Zhang Shuo has a level 20 internal strength, while Li Chengfeng only has a level 15 internal strength. Zhang Shuo is also a master with outstanding achievements. I really want to move my hands. She was only afraid that Li Chengfeng would suffer. Although she would love to see Li Chengfeng confront a rival. But her heart is all towards Li Chengfeng. Of course I don't want to see him suffer. So I walked out from behind Li Chengfeng. He cleared his throat and said, Brother Zhang, do you want to confess to me? Li Chengfeng was taken aback for a moment. Why is she running away now? Want that guy to make a confession at the best time. Zhang Shuo saw that Xu Fuyao took the initiative to stand up. Suddenly ecstatic, I have a premonition that I have a play this time. Quick, senior brother Zhang, there are 10 seconds left. The fat black man pinched his watch to remind. Zhang Shuo rushed in front of Xu Fuyao in 2 steps. Kneeling down on one knee and offering flowers with both hands. Adjust your emotions and say with great emotion. Junior sister Fuyao, since the first time I saw you, I fell in love with you at first sight. My love for you is as eternal as the sun shining on the earth. I sincerely beg you to be my woman, okay? 5. On the side, the purple-haired guy was recording video with his mobile phone. He wanted to record this touching moment. All eyes are on Xu Fuyao. See how she responds. Under everyone's eyes, Xu Fuyao said indifferently. Want me to promise you? Think, I miss it too much, junior sister. Zhang Shuo was so excited that he didn't refuse directly, which showed that he was very entertaining. Li Chengfang was inexplicably a little nervous. Xu Fuyao said. Unless you, as good as Li Chengfang, as handsome as Li Chengfang, understand me like Li Chengfang, fighting with me like Li Chengfang. Like Li Chengfang and I come from the same school of Blue Star. Like Li Chengfang, all the same. Li Chengfang stayed. What does it mean? Do you promise to be exactly like yourself? It means that unless I tell you. Otherwise you won't agree. Oh, hey, the disciples onlookers roared one after another. Xu Fuyao's standard is inseparable from Li Chengfang. Doesn't this make it clear that he is confessing to Li Chengfang in disguise? All eyes turned to Li Chengfang. Senior brother Chengfang, don't you understand? Brother Chengfang is great. You are a match made in heaven. Hurry up and hug her. Hurry up and tell her directly. Xu Fuyao pursed her lips shyly. The beautiful face glows red. Looks like a very tasty apple. Zhang Shuo was dumbfounded, holding the flower stiff in his arms and embarrassed. His public confession made a wedding dress for others. The purple-haired guy who videotaped Zhang Shuo was also stupid. Put away your phone and delete the video just now. Otherwise, Zhang Shuo looked back and saw. He would have thrown his phone on the ground and trampled it to pieces. Li Chengfang looked at Xu Fuyao. She stole a glance at him and stood there as if waiting for something. Li Chengfang's deep eyes rolled around. Are you waiting for yourself to confess to you? In front of so many people? That's probably a little tricky to say. The wording needs to be well organized. Cough. Li Chengfang cleared his throat. About to say something. I don't know this time. Clap. Zhang Shuo suddenly stood up and smashed the flowers on the ground. He was defied authority by Li Chengfang. When Xu Fuyao was in front of so many people. Reject in this, Li Chengfang, way. How can I not be ashamed and angry? Staring at Li Chengfang, eyes full of anger. Li Chengfang, you're not listening to senior brother Ben's orders, and I will teach you a lesson myself today. Li Chengfang also knows this guy is level 20. And it has outstanding achievements. Leapfrog combat should not be careless. Jump back immediately. Release a normal quality knife from the bracelet. The reason for using ordinary quality. That's to make the opponent underestimate the enemy. As long as he underestimates the enemy, Li Chengfang's drawing sword and silent slash has a great chance of success. This is the easiest and cleanest way to win. He said. Teach me a lesson. It depends on whether you have this ability. Zhang Shuo is releasing his best one-star sword. The weapons of the two sides were compared, and there were shouts of scolding. Brother Zhang, isn't this bullying? That is, he is level 20 and others are level 15. They use ordinary knives, and he also uses top-quality one-star swords. No martial arts. Senior brother Zhang is too ignorant of martial arts. When Zhang Shuo heard these words, he was naturally a little ashamed. But he is angry at the moment, so don't mind him. It's a big deal if you don't wear armor. The purple-haired guy chuckled when he saw Li Chengfang's weapon. This bastard has an ordinary knife, does he think he is not weak enough? The black fat man also said. Shouldn't he be holding a top-quality sword, and senior brother Zhang holding an ordinary sword? How come it's the other way around? Isn't that the same as lying on the ground and letting senior brother Zhang clean up? The onlookers spread out a little, lest they be harmed. Zhang Shuo and Li Chengfang faced off in the spacious dam downstairs. Pacing slowly, not in a hurry. First set aside time for the younger brothers and sisters to evacuate the battlefield and leave room for confrontation. Li Chengfang waited for him to attack, and squeezed a move drawing sword and silent slash in his hand. And Zhang Shuo is thinking about how to humiliate Li Chengfang. Slap on the ground and slap in the face or step on the foot to spank. These two methods seem to be good. It is better to use this one first and the other later. The purple-haired guy shouted from the sidelines. Senior brother Zhang, be merciful. Don't beat Li Chengfang twice. Otherwise, if some women who like Li Chengfeng see Li Chengfeng so unscathed, they should doubt their own eyes. Shu Fuyao. 6695. The black fat man and the purple-haired guy sang the double read together. Don't, senior brother Zhang, you have to show some women how blind she is. Shu Fuyao. At this time, the younger brothers and sisters all retreated to watch the battle from a distance. Zhang Shuo pointed his sword at Li Chengfeng and said, "Let you know today how high the sky is and how thick the ground is." Li Chengfeng slowly squatted down on one foot, while sending a private message to Shu Fuyao. Li Chengfeng, close your eyes. Shu Fuyao, why? Li Chengfeng, take my word for it. Shu Fuyao, well, Mu Li. Senior brother Chengfeng is miserable now. Why do you want to compete with senior brothers who are higher than you? And it's still 5 grades higher, isn't that asking for trouble? 5. Zhang Shuo had already killed Li Chengfeng with his sword. Li Chengfeng moved. The knife is raised diagonally in the air. Everyone was immediately surprised. Isn't his knife still in its scabbard? When did it become aslant in the air? No one could see Li Chengfeng's action of drawing the knife. I only saw a huge black sword between Li Chengfeng and Zhang Shuo. Zhang Shuo's eyes glared fiercely. It was too late to do anything other than to open his eyes. The sword roared, "Zine, hooray!" The next moment, the sword chi had penetrated Zhang Shuo, dozens of meters behind him. And Zhang Shuo flew out in the opposite direction. Without the armor, his clothes burst. Li Chengfeng returned the knife to the sheath and stood up coldly. The perfect drawing sword and silent slash has been cast. Zhang Shuo fell heavily to the ground, naked. Puff. Spit out a blood mist. The powerful Dao Qi that does not wear armor and resists a single move to draw the sword and kill the annihilation is no joke. Zhang Shuo was so injured that he didn't even have the strength to hide his shame. The disciples of Shaoyao sect present were all stunned. What happened? Is this over? I just blinked. What did I miss? It took a while for everyone to react. One move. Level 15 Li Chengfeng, with an ordinary knife. With just one move, he defeated Zhang Shuo, who was level 20. The same people with outstanding achievements, how could this result? Looking at Zhang Shuo, who had half his life left, everyone was dumbfounded. What just happened? Could it be that an expert helped Li Chengfeng put a chi trick? Wasn't the chi move made by Li Chengfeng? The purple-haired guy rushed to Zhang Shuo while taking off his coat. Cover him with shame. Li Chengfeng, you can open your eyes. Shu Fuyao, oh. The shock Li Chengfeng gave everyone was too violent. The scene was eerily quiet, only the sounds of some insects and birds could be heard. Li Chengfeng walked to Zhang Shuo's side. Zhang Shuo coughed up red blood again. Looking at Li Chengfeng's eyes full of horror. It was as if death had approached him. Li Chengfeng looked down at Zhang Shuodao condescendingly. Are you going to teach me a lesson? Obviously it is the brother who teaches the younger brother. As a result, the senior brother was beaten half to death by the junior brother. This result was something he never expected. Terrifying, this junior brother is too terrifying. Zhang Shuo just wants to go home now. He shook his head, tears and blood in his eyes. Will you still make a confession in my house in the future? 5. Katakana middle dot katakana middle dot katakana middle dot katakana middle dot seeking flowers katakana middle dot. No. No. Zhang Shuo shook his head and spit out 2 words with difficulty. There were still tears and blood in his eyes. The lessons of blood and tears, he dares to have the next time there. Li Chengfeng turned to look at the purple-haired guy and the black fat man. You two seem to be quite untidy. The purple-haired guy and the black fat man shivered with fright. Their status is not as good as Li Chengfeng. Just now, it was only because of Zhang Shuo's support that he was so presumptuous. Now Zhang Shuo was brought down by Li Chengfeng. The arrogance of the backer just now is still a little bit. Quickly get down on both knees before Li Chengfeng. Senior brother Li, we were wrong, we should be damned, it's our mouths. 5. Li Chengfeng arranged for them. If your mouth is cheap, then slap your mouth 1,000 times. The two repeatedly said yes, and slapped themselves. And I am very fortunate to be able to do it myself. If Li Chengfeng can do it himself. Scare, Zhang Shuo lying on the ground as a living example. They would rather slap themselves 1,000 times in the face. He also refused to let Li Chengfeng touch it. Clap, 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 clap. Li Chengfeng is happy not to do it himself. Very interesting. I'm poor at math and can't count, so you can count it yourself. Les, brother, I'll come back to you to settle the account. 18,192,021. The two counted one fan. With counts and slaps. Everyone's voice of surprise also sounded. Mom, senior brother Chengfeng is too scary. Level 15 kills a level 20 master. It seems that the previous rumors are true. Senior brother Li also has the achievement of an outstanding leapfrog killer. Superior leapfrog killer. God, really? Isn't that killing an opponent who is more than level 10? Brother Li even has such a terrifying achievement. The news was released by Xiao Yudi, and the credibility is quite high. So, even though senior brother Li is level 15, should he be considered a level 25 person? That's right, otherwise how could you defeat senior brother Zhang at level 20 in seconds? What kind of man is senior brother Chengfeng? It's getting more and more curious. Xu Fuyao ran up, pulled Li Chengfeng's sleeves. Your martial arts have improved again. These days, you can't work in vain. Xu Fuyao saw Zhang Shuo dying. The breath is getting weaker and weaker, and I can't bear it. I will give him some qi to lose, otherwise it will be bad if he dies. Li Chengfeng had shown mercy just now, only hurting him with a knife. If you let him get a little closer with the blade, I am afraid that Zhang Shuo is now two people. He also didn't know how Zhang Shuo's injury was. After all, he has never been hit by the sword qi that draws the sword and kills the annihilation. I don't know what it's like. There is nothing wrong with fighting with the same door, but it is always unpleasant to cause a life. So he acquiesced to Xu Fuyao's proposal. She squatted down and gave Zhang Shuo some of her pure earth force wooden qi. Zhang Shuo quickly slowed down, his breath became rougher, and he was able to speak. Thank you, junior sister, for saving your life. Xu Fuyao stood up, her expression as calm as water. Don't think too much. 563, will not. L. Zhang family courtyard. Zhang Qian walked into the inner room. Seeing his nephew Zhang Shuo lying on the bed, his face was pale. Seemingly seriously injured, he said with concern. What's going on here? Zhang Shuo's father Zhang Fu grabbed Zhang Gan's hand. Big brother, you have to decide for sure. Zhang Shuo is very famous in the Xiaoyao school. Although the internal strength is not high, but there are many outstanding achievements. The status within the party is also first class. Zhang Gan probably wasn't hurt by the insiders either. What the hell happened to him? Which faction hurt him like this? Mother Zhang, who was sitting on the edge of the bed, wiped away tears and said. Who else could it be? It's the new kid from your glory department. He ignores the rules of the door and despises his senior brother. Also labeled the brother like this. It's simply lawless. Let him get rid of him early on and drive him out of my free-spirited faction. 5. Zhang Qian still didn't quite understand. Which one is the new one? Zhang Shuo's parents are naturally heartbroken when they see their son hurt like this. I can't wait to tear down the originator into 8 pieces. However, their status is not as high as that of Li Chengfeng, and they cannot rule Li Chengfeng. They also had to rely on Zhang Gan, the most powerful member of the Zhang family in the Xiaoyao faction. It's that Li Chengfeng, eldest brother, this person is too much, we must take care of him and give our sure justice. Zhang Fu said angrily. Silk. Zhang Qian was stunned. Li Chengfeng, what happened to you and Li Chengfeng? Zhang Gan asked his nephew. Zhang Shuasui told how Li Chengfeng disobeyed his senior brother's orders and finally lost. Brother, did you hear me? Li Chengfeng is too arrogant. Mother Zhang followed. The savages from Blue Star don't understand the rules at all, and I really don't understand why my sect would accept that kind of person. Brother, hurry up and arrange for the dispatching department to catch that kid, I'll take care of him myself. Zhang Gan smiled bitterly. Hurry up and shut up for me. Who is Li Chengfeng? Hey, you don't know that he is now in the arena with 97 consecutive victories. Immediately rushing to the epic achievement of 100 consecutive victories. The higher-ups are now staring at him, expecting him to win. How dare you provoke him at this juncture? I don't even dare to mess with him. For fear of making him unhappy with one word. Affect his fighting performance. At this time, Shu'er still dared to do something with him. If you give him any dark wounds that affect his duel performance, can you bear the blame when you fall down? Can you take the responsibility of sending my second epic achievement to ruin? What? A 97-game winning streak. Zhang Shuo, who was on the bed, sat up in shock from his dying illness. Zhang Fu and his wife were frightened. Suddenly he didn't dare to say a word. The second epic achievement of the freelance sect. That's a big thing about the honor of the whole faction. If it falls into their hands, they can't bear this responsibility even with their lives. After the arena duel, you can heal your wounds, but it will only heal to the health level of entering the arena. So if Li Chengfang was injured by Zhang Shuo, I have this injury when I enter the arena, and I also have this injury when I leave the arena. The wounds received outside can only be healed outside. Zhang Gan looked at his brother and sister-in-law. Not talking anymore, Zhang Fu and his wife's vicious expressions just now disappeared completely. Instead, he looked a little frightened. Zhang Gan said earnestly, I tell you, you are now. Hurry up and apologize to Li Chengfang. Otherwise, if he is angry with you, when the time comes to lose, the above asks why. He puts the blame on you. Then I can't save you either. Quote. Zhang Qian was absolutely not alarmist. Pine attached great importance to Li Chengfang's final impact. Before the college entrance examination, parents dare not provoke candidates. Li Chengfang's final impact is no less important to the Xiaoyao faction than the 100,000 college entrance examinations. The head has already spoken. No matter what Li Chengfang asks, it must be fulfilled unconditionally. To ensure that he is healthy, happy, adequate sleep, balanced nutrition. Any factors that are not conducive to the performance of the duel must be excluded. Not even a little bit. Li Chengfang was originally fishing in Xiaoyao Pai's Mirror Lake. While waiting for the equipment, enjoy a rare leisure time. Suddenly, a strange middle-aged man and woman came over with a promise. Brother Li, hello. There are too many people who want to come up and talk to Pine when they see him. Li Chengfang got bored and said indifferently, I don't want to be disturbed. Zhang Fu smiled humbly. Senior brother Li, I will delay you for 2 minutes, we are Zhang Shuo's parents. Zhang Shuo, Li Chengfang certainly no. Oh, what's wrong? Mother Zhang said with a flattering smile. It's like this, we sure are young and ignorant, and we offended you accidentally, please don't remember the villain and forgive him. Li Chengfang raised his eyebrows slightly, a little confused. I beat Zhang Shuo like that. His parents didn't come to clean up themselves. Instead, apologize to yourself. What is this called? Zhang Fu bowed his waist. Senior brother Li has a lot of people, so don't have the same knowledge as a child. I am here on behalf of Shu'er to apologize to you. Mother Zhang offered a small bottle with both hands. This is a little thought, I hope it can help you in the competitive duel in the next few days. Li Chengfang stabilized for a while. Mother Zhang sent her hand up again and raised it above her head. Seeing that the two really came to apologize, he then looked at it, and it turned out to be a bottle of Saint Speed pill. After taking it, the speed attribute of the inner strength blessing can be increased by 10%. It is 2 grades lower than the Shensu pill given by the head of honor, but it is still worth 50,000 yuan. There are a total of 10 in the bottle, which is worth 500,000. Where can Li Chengfang dare to take this medicine? Ask. You don't want to give me medicine, do you? Don't dare. How can we have the slightest influence on senior brother Li's impact on the epic achievement of such a big thing? Well, I came to apologize this time because I don't want Shu'er's affairs to affect your 1.3 mood. Affect your mood? Li Chengfang raised his eyebrows again. When did your mood become so important? If he hit someone, his parents had to come over to apologize and take care of his mood. This treatment, really good. Hit the epic achievements a lot in the future. Li Chengfang waved. Okay, it's alright, you're going back. Is it alright? Brother Li has forgiven our Shu'er. These two people are annoying, Li Chengfang just wants to get rid of them quickly. Forgive me. It's none of your business, let's go. Li Chengfang took the medicine pill, but he didn't plan to take it. He doesn't dare to eat anything given by people he doesn't trust. Carefully sail the ship for 10,000 years, ready to resell it. 3 days. Zhang Gan finally made a set of level 15 armor for Li Chengfang. The quality is human class epic. Cost 135 million yuan. Of course, this armor is only for Li Chengfeng. Ownership still belongs to the freelancers. The moment you get the epic battle armor, Li Chengfeng couldn't help being a little excited. But the armor is too small. The whole set is only a piece of metal the size of a lunch box. Holding it in my hand, I can't believe it, this is something worth more than 100 million. However, the epic armor is AMI-level craftsmanship. 1 billion times finer than nanometers. A little smaller is normal. Li Chengfeng injected some qi into the metal block. Armor activation. Turned into a pool of swimming liquid wrapped around his fingertips. Get into the clothes close to the wrist. Then gradually spread to every part of the body. From start to finish, it was wrapped tightly. Even the head does not leave a gap, and it supplies oxygen inside completely autonomously. Even if Li Chengfeng is thrown into space, he will not die. Of course, if he wanted to spit, the face of the smart armor can be turned on instantly. There is absolutely no embarrassment of spitting into the helmet 24. In addition, the armor also has a self-cleaning function. The sweat from the fierce battle can also be cleaned up in time. Guaranteed wearing comfort and cleanliness. Because there is no light and shadow illusion, there is no cool-looking armor shape. Tight and bulging, like wearing a tight one-piece leather jacket. Not very good-looking. Li Chengfeng can't help but wear his own clothes again, which is much better. All the armors above the best quality can set the illusion, that is, set the shape effect by yourself. There are some schools that specialize in such designs, but they have to be bought. Not his own armor, and Li Chengfeng didn't want to spend money on that expensive cool illusion. With epic armor, epic weapons also have. It was also time for the final 3 competitive duels. Game 98. Li Chengfeng was matched with a high elf. This species is known as the most intelligent species on Jupiter. High IQ. Li Chengfeng took a lot of effort to win this game. It took half an hour to match successfully. Li Chengfeng was transported to a vast snow field. On the opposite side is a female swordsman in cyan suit. It is also a thin armor of epic quality. The woman was wearing a normal old-fashioned outfit outside. Both sides need to select, ready, before the battle starts. Before that, the female swordsman went to Li Chengfeng, temporarily shrinking the helmet, revealing that beautiful face. Tossed the blue hair, and it was full of amorous feelings. The female swordsman clenched his fists to Li Chengfeng. In the lower MA faction, Zhang Bixin, who is the son? Xiaoyao Pai, Li Chengfeng. Zhang Bixin smiled. It turned out to be young Master Li of the Xiaoyao faction. It is also fate to meet young Master Li in the 99th battle. Why don't we sit down and have a cup of tea first, and then get ready? She was very happy. I thought that the 99th battle would meet the outstanding disciples of the 12 famous schools. Or the outstanding clansmen of several royal families. It's going to be a very tough fight. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be a happy sect who had just been squeezed into the top 500 sects in the world. Isn't that a culinary genre? Their martial arts are commonplace, and this person is probably lucky to have a 98-game winning streak. It's unlucky for him to meet him. Zhang Bixin already had an 8-point chance of winning. 100 battles and 100 victories. Zhu Yu. The MA school is also one of the top 500 schools in the world. Zhu Yu. Ranked 27th in the world, he belongs to the ranks of the top elites. Zhu Yu. MA Qinggong is the number 1 in the world, and the MA schools, Tianxian swordsmanship, is also one of the top 10 swordsmanships in the world. Zhu Yuan. Their swordsmanship is light and subtle, strange and unpredictable. With the best Qinggong in the world, it is difficult to match in public. Junior brother Li must be careful. Mu Xiaobai. What does this woman mean? She walked up to show her face on purpose, as if no one knew she was beautiful. Mu Zhaoqing. Senior brother Chengfeng, don't drink her tea, be careful that the tea is poisoned. Zhao Yan. Senior brother Li, don't be fooled by her beauty. This is indeed a beauty trick, and Zhang Bixin, who is as beautiful as a fairy, comes up and looks familiar. It's a little scruples for a man to move his hands. No, I can't beat you anyway, it's better to finish the fight and leave as soon as possible. Li Chengfeng refused, and said something arrogant. As the saying goes, arrogant soldiers will be defeated, and he has an excellent fighting IQ. I'm used to giving the enemy a slack tone before fighting. Take advantage of this quickly. If so, then as you wish. There are a lot of people watching Zhang Bixin there. Li Chengfeng was afraid of affecting his performance, so he didn't let too many people watch the game. Both sides are ready, and the battle is about to break out. Zhang Bai looked for Jian Qi to say hello. Hair. Although there is 30 centimeters of snow on the ground. However, Li Chengfeng used the light work of Lingbo Weibo. He could easily dodge the sword qi that came from afar. Zhang Bixin jumped more than 10 meters high. Used the stunt of fairy scattering flowers. Dozens of small green sword qi flowers fell like flowers. But as a startup sword qi flew towards Li Chengfeng, all the little swords madly bombarded Li Chengfeng. The small sword qi flower that fell on the snow exploded, and the snowflakes flew. Li Chengfeng used a stunt, flower branches shake. The shadow of the sword in front of him shrouded, and no sword qi flower could penetrate the shroud of this move. This is a very defensive move in the small trembling sword technique. Zhang Bixin was stunned for a moment, but Li Chengfeng was using his style of swordsmanship. It seems that the long-range attack is not easy to hit. Zhang Bixin narrowed the distance and went to melee to test the opponent's basic swordsmanship. Li Chengfeng returned the sword to the sheath. Zhang Bixin came near. Squat down with one foot. Seeing Li Chengfeng's posture, Zhang Bixin was horrified. She who has experienced hundreds of battles can't see where it is a bit like the stance of the killing god of the killing sect. If you hit that move, you will have to peel off the skin if you don't die. Dodge quickly. Li Chengfeng made a change and used resonant meniscus wave. Or the stunt of the trembling swordsmanship. Zhang Bixin knew it, and it seemed that he thought too much. Slaying the god with a sword is an SS-level martial art. Li Chengfeng, an outsider who wants to learn. You can only buy that extremely rare copy drop. SS-level martial arts, that can't be bought by a few 100 million. How could someone like Li Chengfeng be in the teens who can afford it? Zhang Bixin made use of his excellent light skills to flash the huge sword qi of resonating meniscus wave with a little effort. Thinking that Li Chengfeng's move consumes a lot of energy, it is inevitable that he will not be able to come again for the time being. Use Ma's first Qinggong qi spring. The qi springs in the legs, which had already contracted and stored energy, bounced. Her whole body was like an arrow from a string, and she quickly shot at Li Chengfeng. Drawing the sword and killing it, of course, it has to be pulled out. Plug, before pulling. The explosive energy in the scabbard can also provide a lot of blade speed. Li Chengfeng quickly returned the sword to the sheath. Bend your left knee to the ground. Zhang Bixin shot in front of him in the blink of an eye. Unleash the ultimate move, flying out of the dust. Li Chengfeng's figure flashed. The sword light also flashed. The whole person suddenly moved to the side. Zhang Bixin's move that he thought was inevitable failed. Eyes wide open. Fortunately, it is instinctive to see the danger. I blocked it with my arm. But the arm was cut with a huge cut, almost to the bone. The person flew out along the vigorous and incomparable sword qi. Hit by Li Chengfeng's perfect sword-drawn annihilation cut. Zhang Bixin's injuries are not light. I cursed in my heart. Damn, it really is the killing god of the killing door. Moreover, he has practiced the famous sword-drawn annihilation slash. I didn't even see him draw the knife. How come? This boy is so young. How could it be possible to practice that trick to such a degree? Could it be that he was rejuvenated? Zhang Bai is looking for beauty like a fairy. But it didn't stop Li Chengfeng from beating her hard. The next battle Li Chengfeng completely suppressed her. Zhang Bixin was almost unable to fight back. Zhang Bixin knew that he could not beat Li Chengfeng. The opponent's swordsmanship reached its peak. The number of swordsmanship is at your fingertips, unpredictable. She is no match for the normal attack of fast close combat. In desperation, she forced Qinggong to distance herself. Put a few sword qi to stop Li Chengfeng from coming up to fight. Open black lens bracket. Zhang Bixin requested to add you to the address book. Do you agree? Close black lens bracket. Li Chengfeng was taken aback. The system interface suddenly received a request from the other party to add a friend. What's the meaning? A slowdown strategy. Li Chengfeng has basically eaten her through. Very sure of victory. I also want to see what tricks she plays. Li Chengfeng agrees. Sent a private message. Zhang Bixin. Young Master Li, your martial arts are above mine, and Bixen admires it very much. Li Chengfeng, so you are ready to surrender. Zhang Bixen, to tell you the truth, I have been specializing in single-player sports for 9 years. This is the first time I have been so close to 100 consecutive victories, and the whole faction is looking at me. Even if the MA faction ranks 27th in the world, epic achievements are still important to them. They are huge, a sect of tens of thousands of people. An average of 1 or 2 epic achievements a year. Li Chengfeng, so what? Zhang Bixen, if I lose, everyone will be disappointed with me. My parents, my master, and my brothers and sisters, how should I face them? Li Chengfeng, how do you face? What does it have to do with me? Zhang Bixen, I must win this epic achievement. If you will let me win, I can promise you anything. It turned out that I wanted to buy my own water. Think more. Don't you also have high hopes from countless people? Why should I give you the victory? Unless you can give yourself the conditions to move. Li Chengfeng didn't seem to need much effort to win the 99-game winning streak by himself. If you can win the first time, you can win the second time. Interested to see what kind of price the other party can offer. If the price is worth more than what you lost, that's not impossible to consider. Li Chengfeng, tell me, what can you give me? Zhang Bixen quickly thought about what he could sacrifice. She had greeted him face to face before, knowing that Li Chengfeng was born handsome and looked pleasing to the eye. Now I know that his martial arts are outstanding. It is also a hero. Zhang Bixen, if you are willing to let me win, I can give you anything, even if. Beauties, I actually did this trick with myself. But this woman is really beautiful. It is the existence of the appearance and temperament that is not inferior to Xu Fuyao. But this woman is too casual. For a competitive victory, I would like to sell myself. And this isn't the 100th game, there's one more to come. Li Chengfeng was amazed. These locals have been fascinated since childhood. The honor of achievement should be taken very seriously. To do this for an epic achievement. Of course, Li Chengfeng wouldn't be so foolish as to believe her. Li Chengfeng, do you say that you can promise by yourself? Why should I trust you? Zhang Bixen, I can sign a holy station contract with you. If you promise me to win, I will promise to marry you. Li Chengfeng opened his eyes. Come on, for real. System contracts are used. It can be enforced if the conditions are met. Repentance is useless. Li Chengfeng, how old are you? Zhang Bixen, I am 26 this year. Li Chengfeng pondered. Years older than myself. Mature lady. Li Chengfeng, where are you from? Zhang Bixen, she was speechless. Where did you hear that? Are you a commodity? It's such a personal thing to ask. In the end, she is now begging because of Li Chengfeng. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, swallow this breath, and don't get angry. Zhang Bixen, what do you think I am? A commodity. Li Chengfeng, this is originally a transaction. You use yourself as a bargaining chip in the transaction. Is there any difference from commodities? Zhang Bixen gritted his teeth, but he was regarded as a commodity. However, she thought of the disappointment of her relatives and friends over and over again in the past 9 years. And this year is the last year to support her in the arena. Once this year is over, support will be withdrawn next year. This year is the last chance. She didn't want to see their disappointed eyes again. She wants to be the proud person under the spotlight of the whole faction, rather than a mediocre person who fails again and again. Li Chengfeng, when making a transaction, you must know the properties of the product, right? Zhang Bixen, I am. Li Chengfeng raised his eyebrows slightly surprised. 26 years old and still such a beautiful lady. The person chasing her does not have a train or a boat. Li Chengfeng, really, you look like this, at this age. Hasn't a man chasing you touched your heart? Zhang Bixen, what are you lying to? Our MA faction has very few male disciples. Li Qian's, I have been concentrating on practicing martial arts all these years, how can I have that kind of kung fu? Li Chengfeng, all right. Zhang Bixen, do you agree? Li Chengfeng, number. Zhang Bixen, then you say, okay. Li Chengfeng, don't worry. Besides, do you have anything else for me? Do you have any money? Zhang Bixen, I have more than 10 million. Li Chengfeng, that's it. Do you know that if I win the 100-game winning streak, the party will directly reward me with 100 million yuan in cash? Jong Bixen. The armor on me is from the martial art, but my sword was given to me by my grandfather. Li Chengfang. Is it your tiered epic sword? Jong Bixen. Yes, this sword is probably worth 4 or 5 billion. If I marry you, it will naturally belong to you. Li Chengfang. Then besides you, can I have another wife? Jong Bixen. Good guy. Jong Bixen is a direct good guy. This stinky boy wants something else with such a beautiful wife. Men are really like this. Li Chengfang. No way. Jong Bixen. As long as you don't break the law. Li Chengfang. What do you mean? Jong Bixen. According to the laws of our country, a young hero can marry 2 wives, a young hero can marry 3, and a real hero can marry 4. Li Chengfang. So good. Which country are you from? Jong Bixen. Shenzhou. Li Chengfang. I remember, this country is not bad. Jong Bixen. Of course, a woman can marry 2 husbands when she reaches the young hero level. Li Chengfang. This can't be done. You can't have other men besides me. Is this okay? When she thought about it, she was not interested in men anyway. Jong Bixen. Okay. Tisk. Oops. Li Chengfang was a little distressed. This deal looks like a good deal. Give up 99 winning streak. Get a perfect fairy wife. It also comes with a dowry of 4 or 500 million. And also allowed himself to open the harem. Can this be unnerving? At its current level, to regain the 99-game winning streak, should be just over a month. In more than a month, earn a cheap wife. Bring another 4 or 5 million dowry. Is there anything more profitable than this business? 580. Exclamation mark. Does Li Chengfang want to trade with her? Say no, think again. Think about it, but don't want to. It's very confusing anyway. The two were deadlocked for a while. The audience was a little puzzled. Why didn't they fight? Li Chengfang rushed to the opposite Jong Bixen and waved. Navexia Jong opposite. Let's take a break, I'm a little tired from playing. Jong Bixen understood and continued. That's what Li Gongzi said. Why don't you come and have a cup of tea, let's fight after drinking. Li Chengfang put away his sword. Then it's better to be respectful than to obey. The audience was speechless. I drank tea while I was beating. These two are so casual. Jong Bixen released the coffee table and tea-burning utensils from the storage bracelet. And delicate tea cups made of jade. Take off the head armor, revealing the face of the city. The long blue hair fluttered in the wind with snowflakes. Like the green willows by the river. Under the thin willow eyebrows. It is a pair of long phoenix eyes with oriental charm. The snow-white skin is more lustrous than the white snow on the ground. The two sat cross-legged on both sides of the coffee table. Li Chengfang still hasn't made a final decision. Let's see how her contract is. Jong Bixen was cooking tea. On the one hand, he draws up a contract on the contract purchased at the holy station with his mind. After drawing up the contract, take it to Li Chengfang to amend and sign. Li Chengfang took a look. This is a 100,000-hour contract. That is 10 years. Contract conditions. Li Chengfang let Jong Bixen win the competitive duel against each other. And Jong Bixen won the Epic Arena achievement this season. Contractual obligations. Jong Bixen married Li Chengfang. And use Earth Stage Epic Flying Snow Sword as a dowry. After marriage, Li Chengfang shall not beat or scold Jong Bixen, nor make unreasonable demands. Li Chengfang was taken aback after reading it. The condition is that she wins the Arena Epic achievement. It's only the 99th game now. Even if he wins this one, there will be an unknown duel behind him. It means that if she encounters a strong opponent and loses later. No travel contract obligations. Li Chengfang let her win this game and she got nothing. This woman is too good at making plans. Li Chengfang, you take me for a fool. What if you lose the next game? Jong Bixen is not stupid. She originally only offered to make promises. Later Li Chengfang added so many conditions. She naturally has to make sure that she has won the epic achievement before paying. Otherwise, the achievement is not obtained, and I have given everything to this man. Isn't he the #1 idiot in the world? Jong Bixen. I want 100 consecutive victories, not 99 consecutive victories. Jong Bixen. What you gave me was just a chance to win 100 consecutive victories. Jong Bixen. What you lost is just an opportunity to win 100 consecutive victories, not 100 consecutive victories. You also have no certainty to win one CEBD-00 winning streak, right? Jong Bixen. It's fair to exchange an opportunity for a chance to get me in the sword, an opportunity for an opportunity. Lee Chungfang thinks it's the same reason. Opportunity for opportunity. However, he still feels that the opportunity is more reliable in his own hands. Although this sister's swordsmanship is very good. But there is no guarantee that the opponent's martial arts behind him are equally good. If she loses, wouldn't she be both successful and empty? Jong Bixen. Your swordsmanship is excellent, give me some pointers from the back, it is a sure thing for me to win 100 consecutive victories. If you are not satisfied with the contract, just change it. While chatting privately, she poured a cup of tea. The tip of the jade palm of the left hand gently supports the bottom of the jade cup. The well-proportioned snow-white jade fingers of the right hand are lightly stuck on the rim of the cup. Hands the tea to Lee Chungfang. Young Master Lee, please use tea. Lee Chungfang carefully, picking up the empty space of the teacup with 2 fingers. It just didn't touch her jade hand at all. Although the two sides talk about such a deal, Lee Chungfang also treats her with respect. There is no act of taking the opportunity to wipe the oil. This made Jong Bixen suddenly have some good feelings for him. Lee Chungfang pondered while drinking a small tea. Some modifications have been made to the contract. The two sides repeatedly revised 3 or 4 rounds. Finally finalized terms. Contract conditions. Lee Chungfang helped Jong Bixen win the Epic Arena achievement this season. Contractual obligations. Jong Bixen is not allowed to have an intimate relationship with any man other than Lee Chungfang. Violation of this rule will reduce his lifespan by 100 years. Marry Lee Chungfang within 1 year of the condition being met. And give ground stage epic flying snow sword to Lee Chungfang. After marriage, both parties shall not beat or scold each other, and shall not make unreasonable demands. Violation of this rule will result in a 1-year reduction in life expectancy. Jong Bixen shall not harm Lee Chungfang in any form, and in violation of this article, his lifespan will be reduced by 100 years. After the transformation, the standard life expectancy of a human being is 100 years. Jong Bixen has lived for so many years, and his lifespan has been reduced by 100 years. It's like just dying. Both signed the contract. 2 copies, 1 for each person. Jong Bixen has already activated the contract. If Lee Chungfang chooses to activate, the contract will take effect immediately. It will not take effect if it is not activated. Jong Bixen. Activate quickly. After activation, we continue to fight. You shouldn't be too obvious when you release water, don't let people see that you deliberately let me. Lee Chungfang raised the corner of his mouth playfully and activated the contract. The two sides continued to fight. Lee Chungfang did his best. Jong Bixen, who was injured in the fight, lost and retreated. Jong Bixen. What's the matter? You're pushing too hard. Lee Chungfang. So what? Jong Bixen. You are too powerful, how can I win if you don't let the water go? How can I win the epic achievement if I don't win? Lee Chungfang. The contract did not say that I would definitely win the single-player epic achievement. When I win this single-player 100-game winning streak, I will take you to the double-player 100-game winning streak later. Chapter 91. Jong Bixen felt that he was being tricked. It took a lot of time and effort to get a contract. As a result, Lee Chungfang didn't plan to let her win the duel at all. Jong Bixen. You changed your mind, you didn't say that just now. Lee Chungfang. This is not called changing your mind, it is called taking your destiny into your own hands and letting you play the final game. I am not at ease. Jong Bixen. Damn, it's obviously a change of mind, I'll fight with you. Jong Bixen worked hard, but how could she be Lee Chungfang's opponent with a serious injury? In the end, Lee Chungfang surrendered his weapon, and the soul sword was placed around his neck. Lee Chungfang. Give it up, if you want to experience the feeling of death, I don't mind moving your wrist. Lee Chungfang will not give up the epic achievement opportunity that he has been fighting for more than a month. After some communication just now, Quan Dang met a teammate candidate with extraordinary martial skills. Such a master team behind a copy, or the arena is very good. Jong Bixen, who was powerless, took off his hood. 2 lines of clear tears hung on her beautiful face. This stinky man. I have been shameless and skinless to break up with him for so long. I put down my proud face all my life. He didn't let himself go in the end. Face is lost, the game is lost, and there is no hope for epic achievements. How to deal with relatives and friends after going out. Jong Bixen conceded defeat and sat weakly on the cold snow. Duel victory. Single-player competitive ladder points plus 149. Receive a 99-game winning streak reward, money plus 99,000 yuan. Lee Chungfang. Think about it, if you are interested in playing the duo arena, come to me. Jong Bixen. There is only 1 month left until the end of the season, and it's too late. A 100-game winning streak can only be won in 1 season. This is my last season, no chance. After this season, Jong Bixen can no longer use the expensive epic battle armor. Without equipment support, she can't go far. Lee Chungfang. More than a month is enough, and I only play solo queue for more than a month. Look at you, if we don't fight, we will sign the contract in vain. After speaking, Lee Chungfang left the arena. Take this one. Lee Chungfang is just 1 game away from the final 100-game winning streak. 1 step away from an epic achievement. Just came out of the portal. The 5 assistants and Zhang Qian gathered around them one after another. Good job, junior brother Lee, only the last battle is left. I send my second epic achievement close at hand. Senior brother Chungfang is awesome, just now we were worried about the beauty of the woman in you. Don't be kidding, senior brother Chungfang is not the kind of man who is easily fooled by beauty. Everyone has worked hard, come here today, and fight again tomorrow. Lee Chungfang announced the end of work. Tomorrow is the most important battle, we must recharge our batteries. Fight at your best. At dusk, Lee Chungfang received a private message from Jong Bixen. Jong Bixen. Lee Gongzi, if you successfully win 100 consecutive single-row wins, please let me know. Lee Chungfang responded well, it seems that she is interested in trying to double row with herself. But first, see if you can get the solo queue achievement. Every day, 10 o'clock in the morning. The downstairs of the apartment where Lee Chungfang lives is buzzing with gongs and drums. Many disciples who saw off came here and surrounded a human-shaped corridor. The head Xiao Wanjian sorted out Lee Chungfang's collar. With great hope, he patted his shoulder. You can, we'll watch your final battle in the pie. 55. Xiao Yudi ran out of the crowd and brought flowers to Lee Chungfang. Brother Chungfang, come on. Lee Chungfang pinched her fleshy cheeks. Walk through the red carpet in the courtyard and walk towards your own vehicle. Zhang Gan, wearing white gloves, opened the passenger door of the red Ferrari for him. This time, as the director of the Glory Department, he will be a driver for Lee Chungfang. Under the command of Xiao Wanjian, many brothers and sisters shouted. I wish, brother Lee Chungfang, a triumphant return. Thousands of people shouted with inner strength. The sound is like thunder, resounding through the 4 million square meters of land of Xiaoyao School. This battle shocked Lee Chungfang. Fortunately, his heart is big, and he didn't show it much. And that's where the Ferrari is on its final journey. Ferrari F430 takes the lead. 5 assists also followed in the car behind. They are even more excited than Lee Chungfang. It was a great honor for them to be personally involved in the process of earning epic achievements within the pie. Even Zhu Yuan, who has experienced thousands of battles. I can't help but start sweating. Wipe on pants constantly. There is not much space in the holy station, so many people did not follow. All those who remain in the happy faction. All gathered in the big square outside the Xiaoyao Hall. Everyone puts out stools, chairs and the like from the storage bracelet. Get ready to watch the live broadcast of Lee Chungfang's final battle. For flowers. Hope to witness the birth of the second epic achievement of the whole faction. Xiao Wanjian presided over the battle on the high platform. As soon as the duel room number comes back, he immediately informed everyone. You can see the duel screen in the arena for 100 yuan. And it is possible to change the viewing angle at will. The honorary head of the 5 generations also sat on the chair on the high platform. Get ready to witness with everyone. The winning streak has reached the 100th game, and it takes a long time to match the opponent. So Lee Chungfang started to choose, pre-matching, yesterday. The opponent was matched yesterday, and the agreed time to start the battle is 10:40 a.m. today. Just enter the arena in time for the battle. Before entering the portal, the Mu twins said. Senior brother Changfang, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Well, we'll support you no matter what. Xu Fuyao also sent her final blessings. Do your best to win, I will wait for you to come back at home. Li Changfang was not nervous, but being surrounded by everyone's tension. Also a little nervous. However, after it was introduced into the arena, everything was calm, and it was adjusted. This is a forest by the lake. The lake is blue and the trees are dense. Li Changfang walked to the lake and took a general observation of the site. The fighting area is very wide, and it is no longer the 100 by 100 meter arena that it used to be. The lake area accounts for about 70%, and the terrestrial forest accounts for 30%. Li Changfang reported the room number to Zhang Gan and the others. Zhang Gan wanted to send an internal report again. Xiao Wanjian read out the room number on the high platform. Everyone entered the room number and came in to watch the battle. Countless half-length transparent phantoms quickly appeared in the sky. The Xiaoyao faction is very lively. There are forests, and wood attribute internal skills have advantages in combat. There is also the lakeside. This battlefield is also very suitable for water attribute internal power. I don't know who Li's senior brother's opponent will be. 100 yuan, I bet it is an alien. 200 yuan, I bet it is a human, and it is a wood-type opponent. 200 yuan, I bet on water attributes. Don't be a crow's mouth, okay. In this place, if you meet the water attribute, you will die. The arena is calm and windless. Suddenly, an oval space crack appeared on the 10-foot-high seat on the lake. A white shadow fell out of it and landed on the lake. Li Changfang took a closer look. It was a short-haired man. White hair, white shirt, white flared slacks. He was well built, tall, about 20 years old. Carrying a huge black gourd as tall as a man on his back. Has a metallic matte texture. The people are too white, the background is too dark, the contrast is strong. Gives a bright and dazzling feeling. The man fell to the surface. Li Changfang couldn't help but startled. It landed on the water from a height of more than 3 meters without causing any ripples. Stand firmly on the water as if you were standing on the ground. Water attribute inner strength. And this person's inner energy is very pure, and the control of water has reached an extraordinary 597 state. The essence of the water attribute qi is quasi-soft. When the inner qi enters the water, the soft water can be controlled to imitate the shapes of various things. The young man in white looked around and grinned when he saw Li Changfang. My opponent is you. If not, Li Changfang asked indifferently. Isn't this a well-intentioned question? The one that can be teleported in the single-player arena is naturally the opponent. The young man in white nodded. Li Changfang checked his information. Name, Long Beizong. Equipment quality, Heavenly Epic. Li Changfang uses the human level epic, 2 grades lower than others. There is no clue for the time being, so go in and see the analysis report of the assistants. 1 by 1, Mu Xiaobai. Damn, Mu Zhao King. Oh. Zhu Yu. Terrible. Zhao Yan. Brother Li is not very lucky. Zhu Yuan. Alas, why did this bump into the people of the Long family? Li Changfang. What's the situation, why are you all sighing? I haven't started playing yet. Gosh, are these assistants here for their own mentality? I didn't do it before. Now the most important final battle is coming, and it will really be a challenging time. Mu Xiaobai. The surname Long can only be used by the royal family of the Penglai Empire. Li Changfang. This guy is a prince. Zhu Yu. Sure, the gourd on his back has the flag of their Penglai Empire on it. This person must be a member of the Penglai royal family. Li Changfang. So why are you sighing? Zhu Yu. The Long family is one of the 5 legendary families. Zhao Yan. They are the representative family of water in the 5 elements. The Long families, Luo Yunshuzi, is the world's first martial art of quasi-soft water making. Zhu Yuan. Yes, it is the only set of SSS-level water attribute martial arts in the world. Li Changfang. SSS class. Meeting for the first time. It seems that the guy on the opposite side is a little stronger. Zhu Yu. There is a lake here, which is his natural superior battlefield. Zhu Yuan. The water attribute is the strongest defensive attribute. In addition to the martial arts of the dragon family, it is the best defense in the world. No matter how fierce your firepower is, it will be futile. Zug Yu. Brother Li, the Long family's Shui Mian Lian screen can bounce back chi moves. It's different from what you've encountered before, so be careful. Open black lens bracket squirting screen close black lens bracket Li Chungfang knows. He has also played against water attribute warriors before. It was a barrier made of water chi that was punched out from the hand. Able to block and defend chi moves. And a certain degree of physical attack. However, this is the first time I have heard of the rebound chi move. Mu Xiaobai. I checked on the internet. This Long Beizong is very famous. He often represents the Penglai Empire in international competitions of low level. Mu Zhaoqing. The big gourd on his back is filled with a special water-soluble liquid. The main ingredient is mercury, which can be manipulated into various shapes by him. That is one of his weapons. The Xiaoyao faction is reporting and analyzing the opponent. The same is true at the Dragon family's side. And their analysis team is larger than the Xiaoyao faction. Unexpectedly, the last scene of the epic actually met a small sect. The family is not small, more than 30,000 people. It's still the top 500 in the world, but it's only the last 498. A martial art of cooking, it is hard to be elegant. A message has been sent from the Imperial Intelligence Department. This Li Chungfang has no nationality. He is a newcomer. He has obtained the achievement of the Excellence in the World a few days ago, and there is no report record of epic achievements. In the Xiaoyao school martial arts, the Xiaoyao swordsmanship is the most prominent, and the A-level martial arts are not to be feared. That's too weak. The opponent's armored class epic, weapon class epic. With this kind of equipment and martial arts, I don't know how that kid got 99 consecutive victories. It seems that His Royal Highness Bai Zhang has secured this epic achievement this time. To be able to appear in the duel arena of 100 consecutive victories, there must be 2 strokes, and His Highness should not be too careless. Long Beizong. It means you can be more careless. A mere disciple of the free and easy sect is not enough for His Highness Bai Zhang to care. With the power of our Highness, in 5 minutes, that kid will be defeated. Your Highness is better to be careful. This is your second 100-game winning streak. Try not to repeat the same mistakes. Get this achievement, and more achievements are waiting for you in the future. Long Beizong. When you are long enough, go and tell the kitchen to cook. When I get the achievement, I will treat the guests to dinner. Within the Xiaoyao sect, just like the 100 Battles and 100 Victories group, there was a lot of mourning. Xiao Wanjian was extremely depressed. Tisk, how come from a legendary family? The water attribute represents the family, and I also met a venue with a lake. What kind of luck is Senior Brother Li? Isn't Senior Brother Li stepping out on the red carpet this morning? Why is it like stepping on dog shit when you go out? It seems that luck is not on our side of the Xiaoyao faction this time. In the arena, Long Beizong walked up to Li Chungfang. He walked on the water surface, and the water surface had some ripples. Chong Li Chungfang raised his eyebrows. I heard that you have no nationality. Why don't you join our Penglai Empire and hang out with me in the future? Li Chungfang frowned slightly. FK with you 1.3. Longbai nodded his head. Good. I see you can break into a 100-game winning streak. It must be a few times of martial arts. I plan to hire 2 right-hand men recently. Although you are a small sect, but you look good enough. It won't lose face if you take it out. In the free and easy sect, there are some powerful boys who are envious. The prince of the Penglai Empire was willing to accept Senior Brother Li as his assistant as soon as they met. I'm so happy. Senior Brother Li is really fortunate to be a servant in a legendary family. If he gets along well, maybe he can marry a princess of a legendary family or something, and he can learn top-notch martial arts after he joins the family. Come on, look at your potential. Xiao Wanjian slapped the table angrily. How unreasonable, he dares to say that my Xiaoyao sect is a small sect. Li Chungfang was about to be amused by Long Beizong. I'll be your assistant, are you worthy? Long Beizong proudly patted his chest and said. Of course I deserve it, just by my name is Long. Li Chungfang was finally amused by him and couldn't help laughing. Ha ha, Long Beizong didn't care about Li Chungfang's chuckle. Absolutely confident people never care about these doubts. You don't agree. I'll let you know if I'm worthy or not when we fight next time. I know you don't deserve it without fighting. Why? Just because you don't respect people. Long Bai said hello with a heavy face. Am I disrespecting people? No, I already respect you very much, Li Chengfeng. It was the first time I hired an assistant to be so polite to people. Because I think you have 2 strokes and really want to accept you, understand? Long Baizong's auxiliary team group. Your Highness actually remembered this guy's name. I've been an assistant to His Highness for 3 years, and His Highness doesn't even know my surname. It seems that His Highness really values this kid. If this kid comes, I guess we have to call him third brother. Li Chengfeng doesn't want to take care of this arrogant guy. Long Baizong asked, tell me why I don't respect you. Li Chengfeng didn't want to talk nonsense with him, he chose, ready. It's useless to talk, let's go to war. Long Baizong is not in a hurry at all. No, the fight will end in a while. Let's clear things up first. Tell me, why am I disrespecting you? Long Baizong did not choose to be ready. Li Chengfeng is also in the same position and cannot attack him. If you wait for the system to start automatically, you will have to wait half an hour. Li Chengfeng said indifferently, does it matter? Long Baizong looked very serious. Of course it's important, I really want to accept you as an assistant. I think you, if you don't say anything else, have a cool and ruthless appearance. If I take you out in the future, I will definitely be more fanciful. You little brother, I've got it. Li Chengfeng looked at him like a fool. Someone reminded, Your Highness, maybe you said that he was sent by Xiaoman, and he was not happy. Long Bai said clearly, I see, did you get angry when I said you were sent by Xiaoman? Countless translucent human heads floated in the sky. Li Chengfeng knew that the whole party was looking at him now. The face of the sect in public still has to be taken into account. My Xiaoyao sent more than 30,000 people, with an annual income of over 100 billion yuan, is it small? Li Chengfeng's words, several honorary heads and Xiao Wanjian are very satisfied. When Long Baizong heard the words, he couldn't help shaking his head and smiled, saying, My Penglai Empire has a population of 300 million. The national annual income is more than 150 trillion. Are you happy to send big? How many? Li Chengfeng is speechless. He was talking about martial arts, and he pulled a country out for comparison. Isn't this a bull's head and a horse's mouth? What's wrong? You may not know that you are a newcomer. Go and ask if the Penglai Empire belongs to our Long family. 100 battles and 100 victories. Li Chengfeng. Is that so? Mu Xiaobai. So to speak. The Penglai Empire was established by their family. Mu Zhaoqing. Their Long family can indeed command the entire Penglai Empire. Li Chengfeng understood. It seems that this Long Baizong does have his awesome capital. Seeing that Li Chengfeng did not speak, Long Bai said, How will you be my assistant? Li Chengfeng really doesn't want to tangle with him about this issue. Let yourself be your little brother, are you kidding me? When you treat yourself as a little brother, you have to think about it yourself. The deep eyes turned slightly and smiled. It's better than this, let's fight, whoever loses will be the other's assistant, okay. Okay, then I'm not accepting you. Long Bai agreed without a second thought. Then finally select, ready, in the system interface. In the water dragon Baizong has an absolute advantage. But he did not go to the lake. Standing on the muddy ground under the forest. In order to convince you, I will defeat you on this land. I see how long you can keep it up. Li Chengfeng snorted coldly, and released the Soul Destroyer sword from the bracelet. After thinking about it, he decided not to underestimate the enemy, so he released the medicinal pill. Shenli pills, Shensu pills and Shenjing pills. Long Baizong saw it and was a little surprised. You haven't taken your medicine yet. Eat it. Taking medicine is a routine operation of high-end competition, I have already taken it. What kind of medicine are you taking? Shanli pill or Shengli pill? I have the best Shenli pills, Shensu pills, Shenjing pills. I can give you a set if you want. The honorary heads of the free and easy sect heard this and felt fortunate. Fortunately, Li Chengfeng was given the best medicine. Otherwise, you will lose face again on this stage. Li Chengfeng refused. No, Mine are all with the word, God. 55. After all, I put it into my mouth and chewed it with a little sweetness. The gourd cover on Long Baizong's back was opened. A liquid as bright as mercury came out. It landed on the ground and quickly formed the shape of a reclining chair. He went upstairs. You just took the medicine. It may take a few minutes for the effect to take effect. I will wait for you. During the waiting process, Long Bai reopened his own equipment viewing authority, which was convenient for Li Chengfeng to view. If it is not turned on, only the equipment level can be seen, and the detailed attributes cannot be seen. I turned on the equipment permission. Let me show you my equipment. This is my own, 597, and I also have 2 sets of different attributes. It's all heavenly epic. I'm afraid your set of human level epics are from the happy faction, right? Li Chengfeng also took a look. Heaven rank epic dragon scale set. Requirement. Level 15. Introduction. Dragon scale defense, indestructible. Physical defense, 1800. Strength, plus 700. Minus speed, plus 680. Spirit, plus 690. Resistance, gold 70%, wood 67%, water 66%, fire 63%, earth 60%. Set effect 1. Every 5 seconds, the physical defense doubles for 1 second. Oh shit, Li Chengfeng wanted to curse. The defensive power of Long Baizong's armor is also too high. 1800 physical defense is outrageous enough. Also doubles every 5 seconds. Doesn't that mean 1 second of invincibility every 5 seconds? The level 20 barbarian that Li Chengfeng killed before had only 400 physical defense in his armor. Long Baizong has a level 15 physical defense of 1800. When encountering slightly inferior weapons of the same level, if you stand in front of you and don't move, others will cut you. It is indeed a heavenly epic. Basically, it is already the ceiling of this internal strength level equipment. This set of physical defense is very prominent. In addition, Long Baizong himself has martial arts skills of preventing qi. It can be said that he performed the defense to the extreme. Li Chengfeng looked back at his armor. Human rank katakana middle. Epic parts armor. Requirement. Level 15. Introduction. Assembly of parts, the sword goes sideways. 1200. Minus strength, plus 500. Speed, plus 700. Spirit, plus 600. Resistance. Gold 55%, wood 65%, water 70%, fire 60%, earth 50%. Minus gloves provide effect. Wave speed increases by 10%. Li Chengfeng's suit has only one effect. And the effect is not so good. Long Baizong's battle armor has 5 suit effects. That's the benefit of the suit. Of course, kits are a lot more expensive than spare parts. Long Baizong's suit of armor. The value is close to 2 billion yuan, which is simply a walking banknote. Li Chengfeng's only luck is the resistance of his armor to water qi is very high, reaching 70%. Long Baizong is the water qi. His qi move is able to reduce damage by 70%. In terms of weapons, Long Baizong, in addition to the gourd mercury, there is also a one-handed qi cannon, which is very good in all aspects. The weapon attributes used by Li Chengfeng are human rank katakana middle. Epic disparatory sword. Type, sword. Requirement, level 15. Introduction, killing ghosts and beheading demons, capturing people's souls. Mass, 30 kilograms. Qualitative multiple, 11 times. Suitable for attributes, gold, wood. Physical attack, 1800. Qi injury increase, plus 128%. Special effect 1. Occasionally send out a frightening screaming sound wave to the opponent. This effect is invalid in a vacuum. Special effect 2. 10 sent into the soul. 1 of every 10 swords has a strong penetrating power, which can almost ignore the resistance of the armor and hit the soul directly. Special effect 3. There is a 1% chance to hit a soul-defying attack. After hitting the opponent's armor, the mental attributes provided by the opponent's armor will be temporarily invalid, making the opponent dull, as if he lost his soul. Special effect 4. Sword qi's flight speed plus 100 meters per second. Special effect 5. Soul Destroyer, for every bloody wound caused to the opponent, physical attack plus 10. The gem is inlaid with 115-star vibration spar, which increases the penetration power of the sword, and the highest vibration frequency of the sword can be plus 20,000 Hz. While waiting for Li Chengfeng, Long Beizong looked at his general attributes. His strength is initial strength 20. Level 15 internal strength blessing 200. Shenli pill provides an additional 20% of internal strength, which is 40. Warframe provides blessing 700. A total of 960 points of strength. Speed 940 points. Spirit 950 points. Looking at this data, Long Beizong is very satisfied. He knows that his armor is 2 grades better than Li Chengfeng. The data must have been crushed by Li Chengfeng. No way, who calls himself a prince? The other side. Li Chengfeng felt that the medicinal pill was working. He also looked at his general attributes. His power starts at 20. Advanced Qi Method Double Inner Alchemy Blessing 300. Shenli pill provides an additional 20% of internal strength, which is 60. Warframe provides blessing 500. A total of 880 points of strength. Speed 1080 points. Spirit 980 points. Although the strength is slightly weaker than Long Bai. But his speed and spirit are higher than Long Bai. Especially the speed is 140 points higher. Long Beizong is proud of himself. I feel that I have crushed Li Chengfeng in terms of data. Somewhat impatiently said, how are you? I'm getting a little impatient waiting. Let's end the fight quickly, I'll show you a hand, you can just call me big brother. Li Chengfeng hook finger. Come on, little brother. What, you dare to call me little brother? Long Beizong couldn't believe his ears. My heart suddenly burst into flames. I am an imperial prince, how dare you call me little brother? Not tidy up. Raise the cannon, bang bang bang. Li Chengfeng danced a sword flower casually. Do. He bounced off his 3 white chi bounces. One of the chi bullets hit a tree trunk as thick as a thigh and exploded directly. The tree fell with a clatter. You have 2 strokes. Look at me, you can't stop it. Long Beizong said, unleashing a stunt pear blossom rainstorm. The mercury in the gourd rose over his head, condensed into sharp needles. Dozens of sharp needles shot at Li Chengfeng quickly. Li Chengfeng resorted to Lingbo micro-step to dodge. But these sharp needles seemed to be free of money. The range of the many attacks is wide, almost blocking all his paths. The mercury needle hit the trunk and penetrated directly. It is obviously liquid, but under the blessing and shaping of the water chi, it is quite sharp and hard. Li Chengfeng had no choice but to resort to a trick, flowers trembling. The sword shadow covers the seat in front of him, and this move is especially useful for defending against long-range attacks such as arrows and needles. However, the long sword and sword chi hit the tail of the mercury needle. The tail collapsed, but the head still flew towards Li Chengfeng. Mercury needles are actually fluids, not solids like arrows and needles. As the so-called knife cut off the water will flow more. It doesn't work to hit halfway. Xiao Wanjian was in a hurry. Boy, this move can't be prevented, you can only avoid it. After the duel started, the information from the outside could not be transmitted to the arena at all. Li Chengfeng shouted badly. Beep beep. A series of mercury-pointed needles hit his body. Although the armor has prevented the mercury needle. But the tip of the needle used all its momentum to pierce the small hole in his armor. The water chi on the needle pierced into Li Chengfeng's body without being attenuated. Bad internal injury. Li Chengfeng had to dodge with all his strength. Annoyed that Long family's Luo Yunshuzi is indeed the best in the world. The soft liquid mercury alone can pierce his 1200 physical defense armor. It is indeed the number 1 in the world. Long Bai is proud. How, you Li Nujiao can't handle my move, do you want to admit defeat? Li Chengfeng's brows moved slightly, his mind turned sharply. There is no way to fight like this. Their advantage is not defense, but explosive offense. The direct attack is over. Between dodging, the sword chi evaporated. Hair. Long Beizong did not dodge or evade, raised his left hand, and spread out his 5 fingers. Mew. Like an umbrella suddenly opened Yang. A translucent white barrier the size of an umbrella suddenly appeared in front of his palm. Open black lens bracket dragon water sponge screen close black lens bracket. Sword chi slammed into the barrier. Hu bounced back to Li Chengfeng. And still adjusted the direction, and accurately bounced to Li Chengfeng's pre-running seat. Li Chengfeng hurriedly jumped and screamed. The sword chi that I sent out hit me back. Mu Zhaoqing. What should we do? Mu Xiaobai. That's right, hitting him is like hitting yourself. Hair. Li Chengfeng madly curled his sword. Long Beizong was pleasantly surprised. Is this kid crazy? Crazy exporting himself for me. Puff puff. 1. The sword chi kept rebounding. But after 4 shots, the barrier disintegrated. Like a rotten umbrella, out of shape. Long Beizong had to jump away to avoid the 4 swords behind him, and then hit the watery screen again. What Li Chengfeng expected was true. That thing really isn't infinite rebound. As long as the offensive continues and is strong enough. After a few bounces, it collapsed, and the barrier needed to be replayed. Bang, I'll see how much you can bounce back. Li Chengfeng released top-grade 3 points returning Yuan Chi cannon. Left hand holding gun, right hand holding sword. Tweet tweet. 1. Hair. The dense black chi bombs flew towards Long Beizong. The sword chi, one after another, also flew towards Long Beizong. Long Bai was shocked. Come on, the firepower is so fierce. Is this guy a double inner alchemist? Long Beizong had to raise both hands forward at the same time, and hit 2 open black lens bracket dragon shui mianlian screen close black lens bracket. The sword chi and chi bullets both rebounded a little. But the follow-up firepower was too fierce, the barrier was broken, and the bullet couldn't go back. Long Beizong had to dodge. 597. Li, you are very kind. At my level, you were the first to use ordinary chi moves to make me run away. Quote. Under Li Chengfeng's fierce offensive, his pear blossom rainstorm stopped long ago. Now, Li Chengfeng can start offense mode without hesitation. Hair. Tweet tweet. 1. Li Chengfeng's firepower covered his approach. That guy is holding a chi cannon, so he must be weak in melee combat. Long Beizong's speed is 140 points lower than Li Chengfeng. There isn't any particularly excellent light work, so being close to him is inevitable. Unleash the stunt of King of the Ground Fighter. The mercury in the gourd leaked wildly. 3 legs were inserted into the ground, and 4 arms were extended in front of him. Li Chengfeng strikes 4 punches with 1 sword. He was able to handle it with ease, having reached the pinnacle of the basics of swordsmanship. Long Beizong was surprised again. Oh, yes. Li Chengfeng chopped off his arm, and 1 quickly appeared. I'll give you a little more. Long Bai said. He raised his chi cannon and fired. Li Chengfeng's normal attack contains open black lens bracket flowers and branches trembling close black lens bracket. CEBD, there is a degree of relaxation and seamless connection. Within the Xiaoyao faction, the honorary head of the 5 dynasties and Xiao Wanjian nodded in approval. Unexpectedly, at such a young age, he has already practiced the profound trembling sword technique to such an extent. Since ancient times, heroes have been young. Very good. Suddenly, the 6 heads were startled. I saw Li Chengfeng's extremely fast normal attack and entrained the flowering branches shaking stunt at the same time. 2 sword chi burst out from the sword's edge. Oh, in such a fierce fight, it's incredible to be able to take out the space to send the sword chi. Long Beizong didn't expect it either, and couldn't help being surprised. However, the distance was too close, and the sword chi was too fast, and it was too late to hit the screen. The 2 swords hit him directly. Body staggers. The boxing champion was temporarily sluggish. Li Chengfeng made Ling Bo micro-step, and quickly appeared in front of Long Beizong's left side in a half-circle. Send. A sword chi flew towards him and carried a large gourd on his back. Immediately after, a sword slashed into his arm. At this moment, Long Beizong's battle armor was slightly bright. Clang. It was as if an iron sword was chopped on an iron plate, and some sparks appeared, but nothing happened to the iron plate. Long Beizong hurried back. Fortunately, just now is the time when my battle armor gets 1 second of physical defense every 5 seconds. 1800 physical attack sword. Slash on his 3600 physical defense armor. Nothing happened, not even a trace was left on the armor. Li Chengfeng is speechless. Every 5 seconds, the physical defense doubles for 1 second, which is equivalent to a 16% chance of physical immunity. Good luck to you. But after hitting his armor once, Li Chengfeng could already hear the resonance frequency of his armor at 34,780 Hz. Li Chengfeng's own control of the sword chi could not reach such a high vibration frequency. However, there is a 15-star vibrating spar inlaid on his soul sword, able to provide 20,000 Hz fundamental vibration frequency. Then rely on him to practice Jian Qi trembling, which is close to the unprecedented realm. It is not difficult for the vibration frequency of the sword to reach 34,780 Hz. Then wrap it up. Long Beizong retreated and released Pear Blossom Rainstorm. Li Chengfeng said nothing before he was released. A 2-meter-long, 20-centimeter-thick resonant meniscus wave directly dissipated the mercury liquid on his head, preventing him from releasing it smoothly. It's too late to say. Li Chengfeng rushed to the front, his sword was pressing. Long Beizong hurriedly took out a small shield from behind to block the sword. A gun in one hand, a shield in the other. King of the ground fighter, I can't tie the ground while moving. Naturally, the mercury arm has lost a lot of weight, and the power and speed are also much smaller. Li Chengfeng's sword is like a dragon and a phoenix. 4 punches with one sword, 1 cannon and 1 shield. Not at all disadvantaged. The 15th sword was drawn to Long Bai's heavy arm. There was only a crack on the armor, and it was quickly repaired and merged automatically. However, the repair required a large amount of chi from Long Beizong, and as a result, the Quicksilver King of Fighters' attack on his back was even weaker. With one less threat, Li Chengfeng's sword was more severe. Immediately activate the Dong Yin Candle Wei stunt. Energized, insight improved. Those short-lived flaws that were impossible to detect were discovered by him. Ping! In the gap, a sword was stabbed in Long Beizong's chest, and a crack was pierced. Ping! Soon he stabbed that part again, the crack turned into a fissure, and the flesh was seen. Long Bai was shocked. Then the third sword came again. Long Beizong felt a pain in his chest, and the tip of his sword plunged into his flesh. You actually made me bleed first. Ding! The Soul Destroyer sword absorbs the power of Long Bai's blood and soul, and its physical attack power increases by 10, which is now 1810 points. Close black lens bracket. Brother, I want to drain your blood. Li Chengfeng's offensive continues unabated. Long Bai resigned and hurriedly retreated. However, they could not keep the distance. I can't help but wonder, what's going on? My attributes should crush this kid, why does he seem to be faster than me? Long Beizong's auxiliary group. Not good, that kid's swordsmanship is a bit strong. It seems that it would be better for your highness to go to the water. This kid is not honest and practical, and what kind of trembling swordsmanship does he use? I didn't expect the free and easy sect to have such a strong level 15 disciple. Inside the happy sect, there was applause in the square. Li Chengfeng hit with one move, and the audience was full of surprises. Okay. If you miss one move, you will be full of regrets, alas. Every move moves everyone's hearts and emotions. Xiao Wanjian, alright, let's move on. Xiao Yaozi, just block his way to the lake. Wan Chengkong, this kid's swordsmanship is outstanding, even I should sigh. In the arena, Long Beizong retreated to the lake with all his strength. There is water there, and it is his territory. However, Li Chengfeng stopped him and prevented him from succeeding. Dongyanjuwei, after opening, some hormones in the body will rise rapidly. To a certain extent, the whole hidden candle must be closed. Otherwise, the concentration of some hormones is too high, which is harmful to the body. Equivalent to this trick has a cooling time. After stopping for a while, after the hormone concentration drops, Li Chengfeng uses Dong Yin Candle Wei again. Ping! This time, the Dementor sword whose physical attack rose to 1810 hit Long Bai's battle armor with a physical defense of 1800. One hit cracked open. With another blow, Long Beizong has another hole in his body. Dementor's physical attack will then increase to 1820. Open black lens bracket sword trembling close black lens bracket. Send. During the fight, Li Chengfeng occasionally sent a sword trembling to his feet. In such a fierce close combat, where did Long Beizong make the dragon and the water sputter on the screen? Li Chengfeng's sword power is pressing, and Long Beizong has one more hole after another. Seeing that he couldn't break free from the entanglement, Long Beizong had no choice but to explode. The whole body rushes from the inside to the outside, pushing away the enemy and oneself, thereby widening the distance. However, exploding chi is a very energy-intensive next move, and you won't use it easily unless you have to. After all, when the chi is exhausted, one can only wait to die. The battle armor needs to be offered at any time, and there is no offering. The armor has no energy and no defense and blessings at all. Taking advantage of the precious distance opened by the explosion, Long Beizong hurried to the lake. Li Chengfeng had previously intentionally led him to the depths of the land, but now he is still a little far from the lake. Chase and ridicule. What's the matter? Aren't you going to beat me on land? Running. You are strong on land, I'm going to the water. Li Chengfeng chasing and sending out Jian Qi trembling. Hair, long bai and heavy snakeskin move. Bang. 3 in 1. The body staggered forward and hit a big tree. Heart wails and wonders. Damn, it hurts so much, this doesn't seem to be an ordinary sword chi. But he posted so many, it can't be a big move, right? Hair, bang. 3 in 1. Hair, bang bang. As the distance draws in. 3 in 2. Hair. Among the 3 swords trembling black swords, Ying glowed with some purple light. Bang bang. The purple light just hit Long Beizong. Puff. Long Beizong directly spit out a mouthful of blood. Obviously, that one beam glowing with purple light is a special effect sword chi that penetrates into the soul. It can almost ignore armor resistance and hit the body and soul directly. Long Bai heavy auxiliary group. No, His Highness was seriously injured. That kid is so nasty. Asterisk. His Highness asked him to fight on land for a while, he should let His Highness go to the water. No martial arts. In the decisive battle of life and death, how can there be any martial virtues to speak of? The winner is the king, and the loser is the bandit. Inside the happy sect, Xiao Wanjian stood up and shook his fist. Okay, ha. Xiao Yaozi. My Xiaoyao sect has such disciples, and I only meet them once every 500 years. Xiao Yudi. Brother Chengfeng is great. Brother Li is too strong. The prince of the legendary family was beaten by him to the point of losing his armor. Mu Xiaobai. Great, the opponent's physical defense is so high that senior brother Chengfeng can break the defense by physical means, it's amazing. Mu Zhaoqing. Just don't let him get on the water and kill him on land. Xu Fuyao. As expected of the man I like. Inside the arena. Long Beizong kept shielding him with mercury weaving protection. However, with just one stroke of the ordinary sword, Li Chengfeng was able to break through that protection. His mercury is mainly attack attribute higher than water. However, the defense cannot be compared with water. When the mercury ran out, Long Beizong simply threw the bulky gourd away. It's really a bit of a throwaway. Li Chengfeng quickly caught up and overtook the past, rushed to the edge of the lake. Katakana middle. Seeking flowers. Katakana middle. It is directly in front of Long Beizong leading to the lake. Break. Return the sword to the sheath. Bend your left knee down. Long Bai was shocked. What's the situation? How does this posture look like? Slaughter Gate's sword cut. Shouldn't it be immediately on the lake? Just dash over him to get to the surface. At that time it was my own world. Is it a knife cut? Even if it is, it doesn't matter. I counted the 6th second to pass in front of him, then I was invincible. Long Beizong adjusted the speed. In my heart, I counted the time it took for my armor to double its physical defense. The two are about to meet. Long Beizong fired a chi bullet at Li Chengfeng. To achieve the best effect, the posture has to be that posture. So Li Chengfeng can't move too hard, he can only move a little. With 70% of the water chi to reduce damage, Li Chengfeng resisted Long Beizong's chi cannon attack hard. Long Bai is very clear. Remain in the position where you want to draw the knife and let yourself hit. It must be the slashing of the killing door. But so what, that trick is extremely difficult to practice. It is generally used by the old man to have power. You must be just getting started when you are young. Besides, my physical defense is 3600. Can you move? Inside the happy sect, head Xiao Wanjian. This posture is to draw a sword and kill it. The first generation head Xiao Yaozi. How did he know this martial arts? He Kui, the head of the 3rd generation, SS-level martial arts. Bought it, that is priceless. The fourth generation head Xiao Bin. He is so unmoved and let people fight, he must use this trick to the greatest power. Wu Zhanfang, the head of the 5 dynasties. This trick is not good for young people, it is still a loss to be beaten like this. It was this move, senior brother Zhang Shuo was instantly killed by senior brother Chengfeng's move. Don't blink guys, I missed a good show last time I blinked. The stunt of the slaughter door, the sword and the annihilation cut. Xiao Yudi, brother Chengfeng actually bought such a martial art. I will also go to the alien shopping mall for a little more. I hope to meet the Tathagata's palm for 10 yuan. Long by heavy auxiliary group. Come on, your highness, if you break through this level, it will be your world, and then it will be your turn to perform. This is inappropriate and risky. If you go around again, your highness will suffer again, so it's better to go straight through. Don't worry, if you don't practice for 50 years, you won't be able to master it. Yes, that kid is a newcomer in the second universe, and he has only been here for 2 or 3 months. He practiced for 2 or 3 months, and he even came out to pretend. I see if he can leave a trace on his Royal Highness's battle armor. Inside the arena, Long Beizong has already rushed to Li Chengfeng. Activate the cannon to activate special effects, bang bang. 2 qi bombs exploded beside Li Chengfeng. A white mist of qi diffused to obstruct the line of sight. Tisk. The free-spirited sect is speechless. At such a critical time, you blow a smoke and pop out. How can 597 look at his sword-drawn annihilation cut? Li Chengfeng yelling, I didn't expect that guy to have such a hand. The detailed data parameters of his weapon were not seen by Li Chengfeng. I don't know what special effects are there. Unexpectedly, he suddenly popped out the whole smoke. Quick thinking. Thermal imaging mode. Immediately activate the thermal imaging mode of the head armor. The epic armor still has these basic functions. After half a beat, Long Beizong grabbed a half-beat advantage and ran to his left. Li Chengfeng turned his body and drew his sword. What? A scream. Everyone saw the white smoke cloud. A huge and wild sword qi shot out. Fast lightning, even from a distance, the global line of sight can hardly keep up. The slightly shining dragon Beizong flew out of the smoke. His chest bulged forward, his limbs dragged behind. Very embarrassed. Long by heavy auxiliary group. I plug, why so fast? Can this kind of sword qi be played at level 15? Long Beizong only felt severe pain in his entire back. The back of his shiny armor had an arm-length, wrist-thick slit. Because it was a half shot, Long Beizong was shot in the direction of the lake. Finally fell into the lake, lying on the lake in embarrassment. When everyone saw it, the skin on his back was split open, and he could see his spine. Cough. The severely injured Long Bai coughed up blood. Blood quickly spread in the clear lake water. Damn it, it hurt me like this. Unexpected, he never thought of it. Own 3600 physical defense. Almost invincible. It turned out to be such a big crack. That kid's sword-drawn annihilation cut. Too horrible. This is the first time in Long Bai's life. I think a move is so scary. Quickly release the best recombinant cell spray from the wristband to heal the wound. Inside the happy sect, Xiao Wanjian. Good, I didn't expect this kid's sword to be so powerful. The first generation head Xiao Yaozi. With such attainments in swordsmanship, his swordsmanship is unbeatable. This man is a genius that is rare to come across in 1,000 years. Mommy, do you want to be so strong that the invincible Long Bai can be hacked to death with almost a single sword? No wonder senior brother Zhang couldn't bear it that day. If it wasn't for senior brother Li showing mercy, senior brother Zhang would have died. From now on, brother Li will be my idol. Xiao Yudi, brother Chengfeng, hurry up and fight, take advantage of his illness and kill him. It's time to hurry up, it will be difficult to get on the water when he gets over. Long Bai heavy auxiliary group. That kid dares to hurt his highness like this, he is tired and crooked. I would say the risk is high. I didn't expect this person to be able to practice the sword drawing and annihilation cut to such an extent in just 2 months. His highness, hurry up to heal, and then kill him. In the arena, Li Chengfeng had already attacked immediately. Long Beizong continued to heal. Under him, a spherical original cabin suddenly rose from the surface of the water, wrapping him in it. On the transparent water polo, Yingying was bubbling with white air. Open black lens bracket star palace barrier close black lens bracket. A powerful defensive move that combines water chi and water. Send. Li Changfeng tentatively waved a sword. Chat 1 by 1. As expected, the sword chi was directly bounced back. Hair. The sword chi fired 8 bursts again. Chatter. All bounced. Long Beizong hid in the constellation barrier to heal his wounds. Without even looking at Li Changfeng, completely ignoring his attacks. Seems to know that this trick is unbreakable. 1 foot of micro mang. Li Changfeng resorted to this trick, the sword essence gathered into a ruler. Sharp and powerful, it must be able to break that water polo. The jet black sword light shot out and hit the Star Palace barrier. Dented sharply like a balloon. When the balloon is pierced in this way, it will inevitably burst after reaching the limit of deformation. However, the speed of the sword light suddenly decreased, and finally stopped, rebounding rapidly. Depend on. Li Changfeng was shocked, even a sharp-edged sword chi like a foot of micromang could bounce back. Originally, Li Changfeng didn't want to go to the water. But chi moves obviously can't break the Star Palace barrier, and it has to rely on physics. So step on the water. You can run on water at a speed of more than 200 kilometers. Below 200, you have to rely on special light power to float on the water. Li Changfeng has learned such basic light skills while fishing a few days ago. He rushed up, chopped, stabbed, sawed, and used all kinds of methods. It is hard to pierce the barrier of the Star Palace. Xiao Wanjian, it's useless, don't waste your energy, the Star Palace barrier is the strongest defense in Luo Yunshuzi. Outside, it is absolutely unbreakable. Mu Xiaobai. Senior brother Changfeng, please rest, let him heal. Mu Zhaoqing. Although it is strong, the people inside cannot attack the outside. Zhu Yu. This move can only be stopped. Li Changfeng didn't know this. Returning the sword to the sheath, ready to use the drawn sword to kill. But above the water, he can't use this trick. The movements of the feet and waist are not in place, and the power is greatly reduced. Pull. The Xingdong barrier was slashed, and the powerful Jian Qi pushed it towards 1.3 to the center of the lake. Li Changfeng is depressed. He can't even draw a sword and cut to death, then he really has nothing to do. Go ashore and wait for Long Bai to heal his injuries. You're dead, you make me so embarrassed, I'm so angry. Long Beizong is no longer joking. With a face on his face, he wanted to peel Li Changfeng. I'll make you even more embarrassed. Li Changfeng saw that he had retreated from the Star Palace barrier, and took the initiative to attack again, not letting him make the first move. Running on the surface of the water-cured spikes suddenly appeared. Not wanting the ground friction on the water, Li Changfeng had a hard time turning and dodging on it. The speed is also greatly reduced. Long Bai stood on the water, motionless. Fafa, 2 swords. Long Bai replayed Dragon Water Splash screen to bounce it back for him. Hair. Li Changfeng fired several swords in a row. At Long Beizong's feet, a small column of water quickly became angry, and the water poured into the continuous screen of water. The water spongy screen with water is called True Water Sponge Screen, and the defense power is greatly improved. True Dragon Water Sponge Screen. Chatter. Li Changfeng's sword chi coefficient was bounced back. Instead, he hit himself. It has to be said that after Long Bai returned to the surface, the strength of the front and rear was completely different. Pear Blossom Rainstorm. Li Changfeng can't even get close to him when he comes out. After more than 10 rounds, Long Bai stood motionless on the water. Li Changfeng tried his best, but he just didn't hit a trick. Don't move. Open black lens bracket 1 foot of light glow close black lens bracket. Hair. Li Changfeng shot 3 sword beams in a row towards Long Bai's heavy eyes. Long Beizong calmly used True Dragon Water Sponge Screen to pick up chi. The first sword light caused a huge deformation of the barrier. The second sword glow that followed immediately intensified the deformation. The third sword that followed shot to the same position 24. The barrier is broken. Long Bai was shocked. The screen of his own real dragon was actually broken. 3 sword beams shot directly into his head. Long Beizong's eyes suddenly turned black. Xiao Wanjian. Good guy, inspired by the 3 paths and 1 foot. Xiao Yaozi. Wonderful, I shot at it with a flat line of sight, Long Beizong couldn't see it, and thought it was just a sword light. Wan Chengkong. Such a meticulous plan, the combat IQ is extraordinary. He Kui, the head of the 3rd generation. It is because of his extraordinary speed of chi move that even the double inner alchemy can't match half of him. Li Chengfeng seized the opportunity and launched the offensive. Open black lens bracket GN Chi trembles close black lens bracket. Hair. Around 34,780 Hz, the penetration is extremely strong. Long Bai's heavy use of these swords is another good feeling. Li Chengfeng attacked the front, and Long Bai closed his eyes and used the Star Palace barrier. Li Chengfeng had no choice but to retreat to the shore. At this moment, transparent vines suddenly rose from the water and wrapped around his feet. Li Chengfeng swung his sword to chop, but the vines had dragged him underwater. Immediately afterwards, he felt that countless ropes were entangled in him, making him unable to move. Xiao Wanjian. No, it's a vine water prison. Mu Xiaobai. It's over, senior brother Chengfeng is careless. Li Chengfeng also didn't expect that the guy had a foot in the head and a sword trembling on his body, so he could use his moves so quickly. He didn't know that when Long Beizong was healing his wounds, he took another painless medicine. Make the body feel pain and discomfort. Of course, this will also make his body numb and greatly reduce his agility and speed. Water vines wrapped Li Chengfeng rose out of the water. His head, neck, hands, waist, and feet were all firmly imprisoned by transparent water vines, and he could hardly move. His armor strength blessing is the smallest. In addition, the Long family's move was very powerful, and Li Chengfeng couldn't break free. Long Beizong pointed the cannon at Li Chengfeng. Humph, now is your time to die. Bang, bang, bang. Because the vine water prison is to be controlled by the chi cannons are not fired very quickly. Chi bullets hit Li Chengfeng one by one, even though his armor reduces damage to Shui Chi by 70%. If you are tied and beaten like this, you will be killed sooner or later. Explosive. Bang. As a last resort, Li Chengfeng tried to break free with this trick. However, under the extremely strong confinement of the vine water prison, the blasting of chi also does not work. Long Beizong smiled proudly. Naive. I'm caught by my vines, and I can't break free. Bang, bang, bang. Chi bounced and hit Li Chengfeng. The Xiaoyao faction was all in a hurry, stamping their feet in the square one by one. This is how to do awe. If you go on like this, you will lose. Senior brother Li shouldn't have gone to the water to fight him. Yeah, anyway, once he has the advantage, it's time to let him come out of the water to fight. That's right, it's important for Long Bai to stay out of the water. The winner will be determined by points within 24 hours, and then senior brother Li will win. Long Bai Heavy Auxiliary Group. Alright, it's finally time for His Highness to take him down. Yes, I want to break free from the vine water prison, unless the strength attribute is 1.5 times that of His Highness. Don't look at it, His Highness won. Yes, that kid can't even make a move now. Li Chengfeng's armor strength attribute is very weak. Really can't break free. Fighting with water attributes on water is really taking a lot of risks. Exactly at this time, the soul-defying sword sent out a directional sound wave towards Long Beizong. Long Bai was shocked when he heard the sound, and his body trembled involuntarily. The sound came suddenly, and the scream was filled with the terrifying screams of ghasts. Those who hear tremble, those who hear are frightened. Long Beizong was agitated and hurriedly covered his ears. With this move, he completely dropped the control chi. Vine water prison temporary failure. Li Chengfeng took this opportunity to break free. The head of the 4th generation, Xiao Bin, rubbed his palms and laughed. Ha ha ha, my soul destroyer sword has done a great job. Xiao Wanjian. Grandpa, what's the situation, what happened? Xiao Bin. The special effects of the soul destroyer sword, the shrieking scream, that kid didn't expect it. This shriek can be heard by chance and can scare people half to death. Open black lens bracket sword chi trembles close black lens bracket. Hair. Long Beizong was repelled by GN Chi. One of the swords was faintly glowing with purple light. Destroyer strike. The spiritual attributes blessed by Long Bai heavy armor are temporarily invalid. 690 of his 950 points of spirit are provided by the armor. Once so many spirits fail, the response was suddenly slow, as if he had lost his soul. Li Chengfeng came up and slashed. +10, +10. The Soul Destroyer sword continued to open up to Long Bai, and its attack power continued to rise. The battle armor, which has been beaten by dragon white and heavy objects, is full of cracks and scars. Long Bai exploded his chi, opened the distance, and used the Star Palace barrier. After being beaten, he only had half his life left. What ghost weapon did you use? It's too evil. Long Baizong could not wait to break the soul-killing sword into 18 pieces. He was really scared to death just now, as if a ghost suddenly appeared in his head. My mind went blank. Li Chengfeng almost lost to this SSS-level water-type special martial arts. Now, I don't want to give Long Baizong a chance to breathe. Just want to kill him. Go to hell. Rushed up and shouted. Killing God with a knife. Horizontal. Cut. Not a Li Chengfeng outfit. But this move requires all of your strength in an instant. Must cry out. Reiki and breath can be the most smooth. Only in the shortest time can all the strength burst out. To reach its ultimate power. If you don't shout. Power reduced by at least 20%. Furthermore, muffled sound makes it easy to suffocate yourself. This move is extremely fast. The wild sword chi. Whistling away. The Star Palace barrier is not broken. But Long Baizong was hit ashore together with the Shinggong barrier. It knocked down several trees in a row before stopping. Long Bai smiled disdainfully. I'm in the Star Palace, can you hurt me? Li Chengfeng couldn't help but laugh. Long Bai asked, what are you laughing at? Li Chengfeng released a 3-pointer Guiyuan Qi cannon aimed at him and said, water can overcome fire, and fire can overcome water. Li Chengfeng said, tweet tweet. He frantically fired Qi bullets at Long Baizong's Star Palace barrier. Li Chengfeng has a 15-star flame spar inlaid on the 3-point Guiyuan Qi cannon. The temperature of the Qi bombs shot out is as high as 2000 degrees Celsius. Qi Dan hit the Star Palace barrier. Qi. The water that maintains the constellation barrier is quickly evaporated when it encounters high temperatures. This trick will be difficult to form without water. Long Bai was greatly shocked, and the Star Palace barrier became thinner and thinner. He is not in the water now, so he can't keep replenishing the Star Palace barrier like he is on the lake. Xiao Wanjian. Absolutely. This kid is too smart. Xu Fuyao. You can think of this. Xiao Yudi. Brother Chengfeng is great, he cooked him well. Xiao Bin. Head of the 4th generation. Haha, that kid Long Baizong is finished. Long Bai has only one thought now. Hydrate. As a water attribute warrior. He carried a ton of water in his storage bracelet. But his 1-ton water container is too big. The Star Palace barrier only accommodates him. Can't let it go. The plan is to make 2 bottles of mineral water first. But before he could let the water out, the water that maintains the constellation barrier has been quickly evaporated. There is a loophole in the star barrier. And Li Chengfeng also ran up at this time and shouted. Kill God with a knife. Vertical. Cut. A stern roar. Cut off with a sword. No matter how long his white heavy battle armor has been repaired at this time. Has 1800 physical defense. In the face of such a super big move as the slashing god, it is useless. Sword light flashes. Li Chengfeng put his sword back into the sheath. A tiny, fairly flat crack appeared on Long Baizong's forehead. Next moment, Long Bai is broken again. Open black lens bracket dual victory, close black lens bracket. Single player competitive ladder points +150. Close black lens bracket. Get 100 winning streak rewards, money plus 100,000 yuan. Close black lens bracket. Ding. You have won 100 arena duels in a row, and you will be rewarded with a purple epic achievement. Competitive 100 game winning streak. Inside the happy sect. Everyone stood up and quietly observed whether Long Baizong was dead. The huge square is very quiet. Until someone shouted. Win. More than 30,000 people suddenly cheered and danced. The sound was as turbulent as the ocean tide. Xiao Wanjian. It's done. I sent the second epic achievement to do it. The 1st generation head Xiao Yaozi. After so many years, the epic has finally been added. The second-generation leader Wan Changkong. This Li Chengfeng has a bright future. He Kui, the head of the third generation. It's going to be a few days to celebrate, I'm afraid it will be more lively than the new year. Xiao Bin, the head of the fourth generation. Sure enough, my sword is good, and the person who uses it is also good. Wu Zhanfeng, the head of the five dynasties. That kid got the epic achievement, and it didn't take long for him to start, he became a big brother. Xu Fuyao. It can be considered a win, and it makes me nervous. Xiao Yudi. Yi, oye oye oye. Master Chengfeng was sent by me to recruit Xiaoyao, it was me. Mu Xiaobai. Senior brother Chengfeng's sword returning action, I am fascinated. Mu Zhaoqing. I took 20,000 photos of senior brother Chengfeng, and I have to choose photos for several days. Zhu Yuan. Great, Zhu Yuan, never won this achievement in my entire life in the arena. Today, I can witness with my own eyes that someone I sent has won this achievement, and I have no regrets in dying. Zhu Yu. Brother Li is really a genius, and he has perfected such complex martial arts. Zhao Yan. Let's add points, 10 status points, it's too easy to get this point. Sure enough, senior brother Li is unparalleled in the world. It seems that senior brother Li is not married yet. I don't know if he will look down on my incompetent granddaughter. Zhang Shuo, who was still lying on the hospital bed, continued to pull the tissue to wipe the cold sweat on his forehead. Draw the sword and cut the silence. It's really fortunate that he survived this trick. Oh, that's great, brother Li is amazing. We've finally got our second epic achievement in the free run. At the same time, scrolling on the outer rainbow wall at Saint 5555 is the words. Congratulations to Li Chengfeng, the stateless free pie, for his epic achievement on this site 100 game winning streak. This string of characters will keep scrolling until the next person gets an epic achievement or higher at Saint 5555. This will probably last a long time. The crowds outside the holy station were amazed. Someone from the happy faction has won the epic achievement. 9. It's amazing, it's worthy of being the number one door in my Chin state. A 100 game winning streak is quite rare. What kind of person is this Li Chengfeng? With such strength, why haven't I heard of this character in the Xiaoyao faction before? I don't know, look at the door, it will come out later. Then take a look here, to be able to see the style of the epic powerhouse with your own eyes, today is not in vain. Longbai Heavy Auxiliary Group, Your Highness actually lost. Too bad, being split into two pieces, His Highness has never died so tragically. Lost to a disciple of a small sect, if this spreads out. This Li Chengfeng is not simple. He will be the pillar of the country in the future. It would be great if he is willing to join our country. In the arena, a beam of golden light from the sky shines on Longbai's heavily split corpse. After reuniting, I was very happy, Li Nujiao. He touched his head and body nervously. Li Chengfeng laughed playfully. How is it, little brother, have you taken it? Long Beizong stands a little farther than Li Chengfeng. He is still a little scared now. This time, you're arrogant. Li Chengfeng said. Didn't it say that whoever loses will be an assistant? Long Bai is eloquent about the rationale. You just won one game. The top rounds of the competition are the best of 3 games, Young. Test each other in the first game, relying on luck. In the second game, each shows his ability and relies on strength. The third game is a master move, relying on the brain. I don't know your martial arts. You won the first game and I have poor information. It's not necessarily better than 2 games. Li Chengfeng knew that this guy would definitely default on his debt. Didn't he also not understand his martial arts foundation in the first game? Don't talk nonsense with him, and prepare to spread out to the arena. Long Bai came up to stop Li Chengfeng. Wait a minute, I added you. With your agreement, we will fight the second and third games in 2 days. Quote. I'm not interested in fighting with my defeated generals again. Li Chengfeng refused. I really don't like this guy. Long Beizong was really unwilling to be defeated by Li Chengfeng. He felt that if he had been on the water in the first place, not to lose, he ran up and said, 10 million, buy you and fight me again. Li Chengfeng paused slightly. Isn't this sending money to yourself? Don't be in vain. Play a 100-game winning streak, and the arena will only reward 100,000 yuan. A fight with this guy, 10 million, and it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. This business is profitable anyway. Okay, go back and wait until I'm free, and then play with you. Zhang Gan, Chief, we're back now. Xiao Wanjian, wait a minute, I will trade my extended version of the convertible Hongqi sedan to you, and you will drive him back. Zhang Qian, good. The two parties will soon complete the transaction. Zhang Gan released Xiao Wanjian's luxury car from the storage bracelet. A red extended version convertible Hongqi. 597. The appearance is a bit antique. Zhang Qian is very impressed with this car. 30 years ago. When Xiao Wanjian gets an epic achievement, the car that is rewarded to him by Piney. At that time, he was in this car and returned triumphantly. At this moment today, it is really appropriate to take this car out again. Hey, that's the director of the glory department of the Xiaoyao faction, the famous hero Zhang Gan, this must be the door. 5. Yeah, the cars are ready. The red carpet is on. People should come out soon. Li Chengfeng came out from the south gate of Shengzhan. There is a red carpet directly at the door, which is spread to the door of the red flag car. Others who came out of the holy station did not dare to step on it when they saw this battle. They all looked around, and the entire perimeter of the holy station was already crowded with water. On days like today, I believe that everyone should see the achievements with their own eyes. Li Chengfeng also did not hide it. The onlookers are watching. When I saw Li Chengfeng's head, there was a string of big characters floating in purple light. Competitive 100-game winning streak. Cannot help but praise. Epic achievement, the honor that so many people dream of in their lifetime. If I can float such an achievement on my head, I would be willing to live even if I only had one day. It's amazing that this boy looks so young. What a talented person. This young Master Li is so handsome, what should I do? I really like it. Oh, even the way you walk is so beautiful, it really doesn't make people live. Oh, when did the Xiaoyao faction have so many characters? Zhang Gan made a gesture of invitation. Brother Li, oh, no. It's Brother Li, please. Epic achievements earn 1000 status points in the Happy Pie. And Zhang Gan, the director of the Glory Department, only has 100 status points. An additional 1000 points will be added to the position of the head of the Glory of the Happy Sect. An additional 2000 points will be added to the current head position. Li Chengfeng has this achievement. In the Xiaoyao faction, it is more than 10,000 people under the head. Except for the honorary head of the 5 generations and the current head, no one can surpass his status. Obviously, Li Chengfeng has now become the elder brother of the Xiaoyao faction. Zhang Qian should have changed his name to senior brother. Li Chengfeng stepped on the red carpet and boarded the red flag car under the gaze of thousands of pairs of eyes. Many people followed the car, most of whom were women. Just to be able to appreciate his style for a while. There are even many girls who chased and shouted, "Young Master Li, can you please add me? Young Master Li, add me, I won't disturb you. Please verify through the address book." Li Chengfeng is a little embarrassed. But it didn't show on the face. These people Li Chengfeng must not be added. Where can I find the CEBD news? But there is a very beautiful hot pants girl, very chic. With a pair of headphones hanging around his neck, wearing a vest that shows the navel. Wheat-colored healthy skin, stepping on a skateboard backwards, keeping up with the speed of 80 kilometers per hour. Always be on the right side of Li Chengfeng, hold the door. With a small smile on the corner of his mouth, he carefully measured Li Chengfeng. I have a crush on you, will you marry me? What? Marry you? Li Chengfeng is a little confused. I'm a man, you let me marry you. Zhang Gan scolded. Who? The girl turned back slightly. Who do you say I am? Zhang Gan was startled, and his tone suddenly softened and respectfully said. Gong, Your Highness Princess Qin, why are you here? Be careful not to fall. Li Chengfeng raised his eyebrows slightly. Dare to be a princess. Check her info. Ying Qin. It seems that the local Qin royal family is indeed surnamed Ying. Today, I came to the holy station to do something, and I happened to meet you who sent someone to get an epic achievement. Then he turned his face to look at Li Chengfeng. I came to see, I didn't expect this little brother to be so handsome, I fell in love with him, I want him to be my concubine. In the end, Li Chengfeng gave the princess a face. Added her address book. However, it is still a level 4 friend. At the door of the Xiaoyao school, the flower basket salute has already been prepared. 30,000 disciples lined up in a 1-kilometer-long welcome line. The red flag car slowly drove on the road formed by the human wall. Passers-by stopped to watch. I thought, what happened to Xiaoyao Dispatch, such a big battle. Welcome out a street. Senior Brother Li, oh oh. With the arrival of Li Chengfeng, everyone is cheering, clapping, or throwing petals. Li Chengfeng sent a message to the only first-level friend. Li Chengfeng. Mom, this is the first time in my life that I am so honored. Shu Fuyao. Haha, enjoy it. Li Chengfeng. It's so grand, I'm embarrassed. Shu Fuyao. What does it feel like? Li Chengfeng. It's like that kind of marriage. Since then, some people are throwing flowers and some people are cheering. Shu Fuyao. Oh, it sounds like you were married. Li Chengfeng. No, I'm just making an analogy. Shu Fuyao. Don't you want to get married? Li Chengfeng. Of course not, I don't even have a partner. Shu Fuyao. Then who do you like? Quickly confessed to her blush. Li Chengfeng. There are people I like, but if you want me to take the initiative to confess, it is impossible, I will wait for her to confess. Shu Fuyao. Oh, you are quite arrogant. Would Li Chengfeng. To each other. The school flower of Shu University. Li Chengfeng didn't know that she had fallen in love with her long ago. But it is holding the shelf of the school flower and maintaining restraint. Don't express yourself. Li Chengfeng just depends on how long she can be stable. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.